Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 4 of the development tournament live from the ICC Academy Ovals. I'm here at a fresh new wicket. The one behind us was the one used for the first 3 days. This is a new strip. So chase the total.
Good afternoon, cricket fans, and welcome back to the ICC Academy grounds in the heart of Dubai Sports City. It's match day 4 of the International League T20 Development Tournament. And the first match coming up this afternoon, match number 7, is the ILT20 Dynamos taking on the ILT20 Marvels. That is the schedule for today. 4:30 p.m. local time, we have Dynamos versus Marvels. And then in the evening at 8:30, we have the Blitzers taking on the Pearls. So should be a very exciting day of crash, bang, wallop T20 cricket. Let's find out what the 22 yards will behave like in the pitch report with Abdurrahman Tariq.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 4 of the ILT20 Development Tournament live from the ICC Academy Ovals. I'm here at a fresh new wicket. The one behind us was the one used for the first 3 days. This is a new strip. Apparently, it's the Australian wicket here. And there looks to be quite a bit of grass and green grass. Very surprising at this time of the year. So, for me personally, again, I think the formula is going to remain the same. You win the toss, you bowl first, and then you chase the total down. I think batting would get easier as the day progresses. Anything in the slot is going out of the park. Keep it back of the length. Let the wicket do the thing.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. So it should be a very intriguing 22 yards. It's a brand new pitch. And it's the Australian conditions replica here at the ICC Academy. So do expect some better swing, better bounce. Let's talk about the matches that took place last night. We had the Braves defeating the Dynamos. Very disappointing batting performance by the Dynamos. They were just chasing 150 odd, but were bundled out quite quickly. Some excellent bowling from the Braves. And the evening game, the Blitzers taking on the Thunderbolts. I think the Thunderbolts will be very disappointed as well. They could not chase down the target and were handily defeated in the end by 46 runs. So that is the match summary of yesterday. Brand new afternoon, brand new day today. And we have Abdurrahman Tariq once again in position with the two captains for the all-important toss.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ICC Academy. It's the ILT20 Development Tournament match number 7. It's between Dynamos and the Marvels. I've got the two captains, Fahad Nawaz for the Dynamos, Basil Hamid for the Marvels, and the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, here for the toss. Let's get going. Fahad will flip the coin. Heads is the call.
It is heads.
It is heads. Basil taking his time and then calling correctly. Basil, what will you do?
Finally, we were going to bowl first.
Finally, you're going to bowl first.
Yeah, exactly. See, last match we lost the toss, but ideally we got what we wanted. But today, alhamdulillah, we got the toss. We would like to bowl first.
Any changes in the playing 11?
Yeah, Razaid has been rested and Taimur is coming in.
I wish you all the best, man. Do well. A new face and new captain today for the Dynamos. First question, what are the changes in the playing 11?
We have 3 changes. Zahur, Karthik and Sanchez is out. Badami, Gujar and Hamid.
Well, a lot of changes, especially when you're 2 games down. Any particular reason for that or just a rest?
We are just giving them rest.
I wish you all the best, man. Do well. Well, there you have it. The news from the center. It's the Marvels who's won the toss and decided to bowl first.
Top stuff there, Abdurrahman. So news from the centre is that the Marvels have won the toss and Basil Hamid has elected to field first. Let's run through the 2 playing 11s for you. For the Marvels on the right, we have the young, dynamic UAE teenage superstar Ayan Afzal Khan, Ashwin Valthappa, Basil Hamid, the skipper, Danish Qureshi, the seam bowler, Harshit Kaushik, hard-hitting left-hand middle-order batter, Mayank Chaudhary, the opener, Mohammad Saghir Khan, another young, exciting all-rounder, Mohammad Zohaib Zubair, the young leggy with that fabulous performance in the previous game. 4 wickets to his name. Rahul Chopra, Syed Haider Wasi Shah, and the seamer, Taimur Bhatti, slinging action, 140 clicks plus. And for the Dynamos, we have Amar Badami in the side today. Fahad Nawaz, Hamid Khan, hard-hitting opener Mohammad Asif, Mohammad Irfan, the all-rounder, Mohammad Umar, Usama Hassan Shah, Ronak Panoli, the exciting, dashing opening batter who was selected for the Desert Vipers in the first ILT20. Samal Udavatte coming off a 50, the left-hand opener, Taimur Ali, and the Sri Lankan seamer Vikram Sanjaya. So pretty balanced sides, both of them. should be a very intriguing contest indeed, a must-win game for the Dynamos after coming off a couple of losses. And for the Marvels, they have 1 win and 1 loss each. So they will be looking to continue that winning pattern after that victory over the Pearls a couple of evenings ago. There you can see Basil Hamid engaging in a long discussion. Been capped by the UAE. He's been the bedrock of that UAE middle order for many, many years now. And of course, the value of experience, that is absolutely priceless. And speaking of the value of experience, he's scurried into the comm box alongside me. Couldn't keep him away from the action. It's the man of the moment, Abdurrahman Tariq. Once again, good afternoon, boss.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Ahmed Khwaja, for that lovely intro. I did have to scurry in. It's hot outside, hot and humid. Wanted to get into the air conditioning as quickly as possible. And Dynamos, well, the number of changes they've made today in the playing 11, it's a must-win game for them. They've played 2, lost 2. So a lot of pressure on Fahad Nawaz now, who's not performed with the bat. Now is to lead the team.
It will be interesting to see at which position he bats. He's been coming in at number 3, number 5. He's not quite settled in that department. I think his best position is probably at number 4. He's very good against the spinners. He's mature for beyond his years. Perhaps just farm the strike, carry the innings along, and then he can, when he's well set, take that floating power play option as well, because he can counter-attack the fast bowlers as well. So it will be a very interesting game indeed. The men in red, they need a victory, and the Marvels, they want to continue winning.
Well, I'll tell you what, one thing that might go in Dynamo's favour is they're batting first. They've faltered twice when they've been asked to chase. And I think batting first might relieve that pressure of batting. That's been the Achilles heel for them at the moment.
Yeah, it has been a chasing venue so far. A lot of results going towards the team that has bowled first. Let's see if the Dynamos can change the trend this afternoon. So the umpires are out there in the middle. Just to tell our audience if they haven't figured it out, the Marvels are in the sky blue and Dynamos in that lush deep red. Very much like your Ferrari, Abdurrahman.
I sold it. I sold it just a couple of weeks back.
So it is a... Tell us about the overhead conditions outside, though. It looks quite steamy from the visuals.
Well, it is hot. But one relief for all the players is going to be there is a bit of a breeze blowing. So in the middle, when you're fielding especially, it wouldn't be that bad. I'm sure the players would want to get off the field as quickly as possible. The Marvels will want to knock the Dynamos over in under 20 overs and go and sit in the dugout.
And another thing that has had a very drastic effect on the cricket we've had the past 4 days is the white kookaburra. We don't usually utilize that in domestic cricket, but we are replicating the exact conditions found in the ILT20 proper. So using the white kookaburra ball, we've seen the bowlers have a major impact in this development tournament.
The over that Hafiz Almas bowled and Uzair Khan yesterday, what an over that was to Ramesh Shahzad. That ball just moving oh so slightly. If you have the right wrist position as a fast bowler, you're going to enjoy bowling with that kookaburra. Talking about kookaburra, that is the Australian wicket in the middle of the ICC Academy Oval. So a kookaburra with the Australian wicket. It's going to be exciting times when if you're a fast bowler.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, this is the Gabba replica wicket. We've got the soil over from the Wollongabba in Brisbane. And we know that's famously a very, very good venue for the Australian Test side in particular. Great carry, great bounce, chock a block full of runs. And they've sent out a big hard-hitting opener this afternoon. Hamid Khan opening alongside Samal Udavatte. Good move.
Yes, very good move. Aggressive move and shows the Dynamos are here to make a statement now. As I mentioned, they've lost the first 2 games they've played. And now they will be batting first, putting up a big total hopefully. And then defending that. Hamid Khan, if he gets going, expect a lot of fireworks.
Alongside him is Samal Udavatte. He's had a fabulous tournament. 83 runs in just 2 innings. Good average. And strike rate is very handy as well. He likes to play square of the wicket. A bit unorthodox for an opener in the UAE. But mighty effective so far. And this is a very interesting move. It's going to be young Mohammad Saghir Khan rather than Danish Qureshi taking the new ball.
Or maybe the end preferred by the senior bowler. And that's why the Saghir coming in from what we would call the academy nets end. The batting practice nets are right behind Saghir.
So there's a deep square in place immediately, and I think a deep third as well. The orthodox field position for a fast man. Match number 7 of the ILT20 development tourney about to begin, and it should be a very exciting day of cricket indeed. Here we go, first ball coming up, and immediately Hamid Khan has made his intentions absolutely clear.
Well, the one thing that Hamid Khan needs to learn very quickly is he's not playing in Sharjah or Ajman. This is the ICC Academy. The ball is going to move. As you were mentioning, the Kookaburra is going to swing as well. So you have to play through the line. Anything across the line is very dangerous.
And we have seen it that he has struggled at this ICC Academy venue in both the ovals because of that extra movement for the fast bowlers. And this time swipe towards cow corner. That's a flat 6 to start the game.
Well, Hamid Khan just took that one delivery to understand what the wicket is going to do. And Saghir will have to learn quickly as well. Hamid is all about hand-eye coordination. You can't bowl a rank long hop to him and then expect to get a wicket out of it.
Just confirming whether that's a 4 or a 6. That looked good to me. And Hamid Khan, even his half hits usually travel. Our eagle-eyed cameraman locked on the ball. And yeah, that looks like half a dozen to me.
Yeah, I think you'll see the umpire raise his hands. Good camera work, following the ball all the way.
So a positive start here for the Dynamos. They have to be dynamic today. They need the 2 points. A slower delivery, beautifully executed by Saghir. Completely outwitted Hamid Khan there. Had to check his shot, and very lucky he didn't get knocked over.
Well, that is the right approach here for the fast bowlers. Try to get that ball to swing, try to make the batsman commit an error.
And like you mentioned, there is a very brisk breeze there, blowing from left to right of your screen, from west to east. So that's why Danish Qureshi from the other end with the outswingers makes a lot of sense to me. Big swing across the line once again. It sat up on a length. And Hamid Khan perhaps needs to target the offside rather than look to play across the line. And I think Samal, his opening partner, is telling him exactly that, mate. I know you can strike the ball big, but let's play the ball on merit at the very least.
He's not very bad square of the wicket. Hamid Khan has a very good cut shot. I'm surprised he's not using that right now.
There's a change of pace, quick single towards mid-wicket, bit of a collision. But thankfully, no harm done, and in the end, it's a good call from Samal to call Hamid through.
Yeah, good running, and Samal, he's been in good touch as well. That loft over long off for a maximum. He's played that twice in the tournament so far. It looks so good when he does it.
Yeah, he likes to play the ball square, but if you bowl it in his half, he has the confidence and the technique to send it downtown. It's been a decent over from Saghir, mixing it up. He's understood that the conditions and the ground dimensions are not in my favor, so I have to mix it up. Let's see if he can get that in-swinger to the left-hander going. Target the front pad of Samal. A key wicket for the Dynamos. They need him to deliver. Oh, he beats the outside edge with a Jaffa. They're appealing. Ashwant is interested, but Saghir not particularly so. But that's a cracking delivery to conclude the first over. Just take a look once again. Just held its line. Beautiful bowling from Saghir, hitting the seam. That extra bounce as well on this Gabba replica pitch, almost producing a wicket. 7 for none after the first. Well, a very interesting move here. Ayan Afzal Khan once again taking the new seed. In this breezy conditions, I would have thought Danish would have been the ideal candidate. 4 wickets in the tournament so far. He's had a fabulous start to this tournament, and in fact his international career, already one of the key players for the UAE. So let's see what he can produce. Right on the money, quick single taken. Tell us more about him, Abdurrahman.
Well, Ayan, the one thing you know is that this guy plays with a big heart. He does not care who the batter in front is. He does not care about the situation. He will deliver whatever the circumstances. And I think Basil Hamid has brought him on because of Hamid Khan. Because Hamid prefers pace on the ball. So maybe wanted to get him out of the equation quickly. And not a bad option. Hamid does struggle against left arm spin.
Yeah, he does tend to play across the line and expose his stumps. So if that arm ball is on the money from Ayan, he could be in business. Cautiously tucked into mid-wicket. So Samal Udavatte is underway with the single. It's a game of matchups. It's a game of understanding the strengths and weaknesses of the opposition. And I think that theory you've suggested makes a lot of sense. Basil Hamid, a thinking cricketer. One of the more tactically astute players we have in the UAE. Very experienced. Bottom edge and towards that long leg region. It's a long chase for the fielder, but the ball will win the race. 4 runs.
Well, Ayan won't mind that. Inside half of the bat. If anything, that ball was a touch too straight. That's why Hamid Khan got away with it.
Yeah, there's a long on and a mid-wicket in place, so no chance at all on these very short straight boundaries, especially behind the wicketkeeper. But that is encouraging. Maybe even have a leg slip, why not? Something funky. There it is, nicely bowled. Someone was interested, but there's no single there.
Well, they have made a small change. There is a short fine leg fielder there. And that is a good approach because Ayan needs to target those stumps. Get Hamid to hit across the line.
Oh, absolutely. And he's resisting so far. Full credit to him, Hamid Khan. Turned in towards that mid-wicket region. He's looking for 2. And Samal has set off. Will make it in time. Bit of hesitation, direct hit. Oh, and this could be a replica of the World Cup final. Is it going to go all the way? No. Danish Qureshi just about reins it in.
He said Nasser Hussain would say buzzers. And they've run 4. I'll tell you what, Hamid Khan will not enjoy that at all. It should have been just 1 run. Converted into 4.
It's a new opening pairing, hence some confusion. Great throw. There you go. That is a bit of a pet peeve of mine. Why does the fielding side get penalized for a direct hit?
Yeah, I think the ball should just be dead. It should be called dead the moment it hits the stumps.
I don't want to start going on a rant, but it may be coming soon. Top edge, looking for that big slog sweep. Has to be careful, Hamid. So a topsy-turvy over comes to an end. 17 for none. Well, plenty of batting to come. Ronak Panoli, he's gotten a bit of a demotion this afternoon. But the only issue I see with the Dynamos, a lot of those batters are top order batters, 1 to 3.
Absolutely. Actually, 1 to 6. If you look at Irfan, he's an opening batter as well. Taimur plays in the top 3. Fahad plays in the top 3. Ronak Panoli is an opener. And probably that is just the reason why they've not been able to get that batting order right. Having said that, there is no excuse in this format. On this level, you should be able to bat at any number and perform.
Oh, absolutely. Flexibility is another key core strength that you need if you want to be picked for the ILT20. Danish Qureshi into the piece now. Immediately, that big in-swinger to the left-hander. Nicely bowled. Slightly too full, perhaps. And just dribbled away for 1.
Well, Danish Qureshi on a bit of a comeback trail as well. Looks slightly fitter than previous seasons that I've seen him. Must be working hard on his fitness and his pace as well. One of those rare bowlers that can bring the ball in and out for both batters.
Very gifted bowler indeed. Yes, it's just a matter of keeping him fit and keeping him out there. Has that decent pace as well. Mid 130s at his best and can swing the ball beautifully in both directions. Let's see if he goes for that in-swinger versus Hamid. Across the line, hoik once again from Hamid Khan. There is a deep square in place though.
All these two teammates in the past playing for the same club, so he knows exactly what Hamid Khan can deliver. So does Hamid, knows exactly what Danish Qureshi is capable of.
Yeah, when he's fully match fit and at 100% sharpness, he would not attempt that shot against Danish Qureshi. Can easily get big on him. Meanwhile, Samal happy to play the silent partner's role so far. To the fireworks from Hamid Khan. A lofted shot down the ground. Trademark Samal Udawate. Glorious boundary.
Well, that is his trademark shot. You're absolutely right. If you see anybody play that, you know it's Samal. Down on one knee. Beautiful loft. Very full from Danish Qureshi. But Samal Udawate was ready and waiting. He's looking like $1 million.
There's always the temptation to go towards mid-on or mid-wicket with that shot. But no, he always keeps his shape. That wonderful front elbow guiding the ball over mid-off. Nicely put away. And this is a positive start here for the Dynamos. Looks like this pitch is playing well for the batters. That could perhaps change the trend of the ILT20 development tournament so far.
Yeah, the new wicket does look much better than the one we used the previous 3 days. Ball coming onto the bat nicely. I'll tell you what, even though Basil was very happy that he won the toss and wanted to field, this might work in the Dynamos' favour. They're off to a very good start. Very quick start as well.
Yeah, both openers playing their shots. Hamid Khan, well, he always plays his shots, come rain or shine. And Samal being in good touch, 80 plus runs in the tournament. I'm sure a lot of the ILT20 franchises are taking a look. 13 players will be drafted from this tournament pool. So a massive opportunity indeed. Punched away off the back foot, just pulling his length back a touch.
And that's one of the challenges of Samal. Does not have that swivel pull shot against the short ball. Tries to play everything towards the offside. I think if he can develop that phase of his game, he'll be a very destructive batter.
Oh, indeed. It's hard to dislodge him from the crease based on his own technical frailties. It's just about the shot selection. Oh, trying to push that extra bounce once again for Danish.
And again, it was over middle stump, very close to cut. And Samal just trying to guide it towards that cover point region. Very lucky not to get the outside edge.
Yeah, that just left him, didn't it? Showing all his skill, Danish Qureshi. And they need something from him in the power play. Especially the batter at the non-striker's end. Very, very destructive player. Steady over though, only 6 off it, despite it all. And shouldering arms to that one. Nicely done. 23 for none. So Ayan Afzal Khan will continue. Mixture of pace and spin. Basil Hamid keeping the batters honest. Let's see if the teenager can deliver. He's had a very good tournament, of course. He has been retained for the second edition of the IL. Lofted shot down the ground. Beautiful execution from Hamid Khan.
Yeah, much better from Hamid this time. Playing through the line, going straight down the ground, short boundary. Even though there was that long on fielder, the key here was he went as straight as he possibly could.
Brilliant fast hands. Ayan, of course, retained by the Gulf Giants. This time across the line. Well, the fine leg, he was signaling to the square leg, but he'll have to scurry after it himself. Taimur Bhatti, not particularly aesthetically pleasing in the field, but effective nonetheless.
Yeah, he's effective with the ball. That's the key here. Taimur Bhatti, he'll have a big role to play for the Marvels with the ball, especially with Hamid Khan looking in a good mood.
Yeah, that extra pace, those block hole Yorkers. Pick up shot towards square once again. But it's a long boundary, but a misfield. Well, that's not what the doctor ordered at all.
That's very poor. Very poor. You have to say that. There was not a lot of malice behind that. It wasn't coming to him at a very quick pace as well. Had a lot of time, the fielder. Ayan again targeting the stumps. Hamid Khan backing to go across the line. And just over there, not sure what happened. But it's cost the team 3 runs. 3 extra runs.
So Ayan taking a bit of a pasting in the power play. Oh, that's hit even harder. And no chance for the deep square this time.
Oh, Hamid Khan is looking very dangerous. Very dangerous now. This swivel pull that he plays against the spinners, this is the sign that he's in a groove. He's understood what the wicket is doing. It was a short delivery from Ayan, trying a bit too much. He's conceded 2 boundaries in the over so far.
Well, that's the kind of player Hamid Khan is. He can disrupt all your plans, all your theories. Struck on the pads. Big appeal, but I do feel that is perhaps missing leg.
Yeah, I think a bit high as well. Hamid plays that swivel pull. Doesn't get low. It's not a traditional sweep shot.
Top edge. Ayan Afzal Khan takes the catch. And he gets his man. He has the ultimate revenge.
Well, Hamid Khan was still sticking around. Not sure why. I think that came off the glove. And even though he's conceded 14 runs in the over, as you said, Ayan Afzal Khan has the last laugh.
Oh, it ricocheted off his grill. That's why Hamid Khan was a bit unsighted. Hopefully he's all right. But his pride will be a lot more hurt after that dismissal. But a good cameo from him. 31 of 17. And now the Marvels are on the board. 37 for 1. So the new batter in, Ronak Panoli. Very talented, very gifted young batter. Can hit those powerful shots down the ground. He's so good in the V. But he has been just a bit short of form. Danish Qureshi will continue his spell in the power play. And Samalu Dawatte, has he nicked off? Yes, he has. Danish Qureshi with the twinkling feet. And he's got another big wicket.
And one brings to, how many times have we seen that? Hamid Khan falling the last ball of Ayan's over, and then first delivery, Danish Qureshi strikes. Samal again going across the line Not a good idea in the ICC Academy, and a good catch taken by Ashwin Valtappa. He was dipping down on him. This is a
Well,
big breakthrough.
one brings two, and now Dynamos have undone all the good work. Back-to-back wickets. So it's Fahad Nawaz coming in at number 4. And all of a sudden, the Dynamos have gone well and truly on the back foot. Like you mentioned, it wasn't a natural shot for someone to play towards that mid-wicket region. And perhaps the pressure being built by Danish Qureshi has paid off big time.
He's so strong through the cover, so strong over long off. Not sure why he went across the line. Had to pay the price. We'll think about it in the dugout.
So the stand-in captain this afternoon, Fahad Nawaz. Nicely tucked and a confident push to get off the mark.
Yeah, this is not a bad option in the end for the Dynamos. Fahad Nawaz walking in at number 4 in the power play. Likes to get pace on the ball just to get moving before he settles in. He's a very talented batter, Fahad. Just been struggling with his form so far.
And that was the dismissal of Samal. Never looked in a great shape to play that. Ball was going away from him, going across the line. And great length from Danish Qureshi. And he's picked up an early wicket. Ronak Panoli, well, if he gets going, we'll be in for a lot of entertainment, that's for sure. Oh, big in swinger, but from a bit too outside off.
Yeah, he had a lot of time to see what the ball was doing and then decide the plan of action. Had a chat with Ronak Panoli just after the toss, and it seems he wasn't feeling 100% yesterday. That's why he looked as if he was out of breath, just flustered a little bit, and he mentioned that he wasn't feeling well, just a bit under the weather. Hopefully he's feeling better.
Yeah, hopefully a good night's rest may have done him some good. Steps out and trying to create his own length, but Danish, very experienced, just bowled it onto the pads there.
I don't mind that one bit though. Ronak Panoli walking down the track, trying to play that flick. It's his trademark shot. And Fahad Nawaz just going and having a chat with him. That's good to see. Two out of form batters talking to each other. I'm not sure what they're talking about.
Well, it could be like a therapy session. He's supporting him. Ronak is supporting Fahad, and together they could rebuild the world together. Why not? Nicely, solidly behind that one. And of course, he was picked by the Desert Vipers in the inaugural edition of the ILT20, but then tragically injured before the tournament and had to miss out.
Yeah, I would have probably thought he would have played at least half the games. The Desert Vipers would have been a sight to watch him and Alex Hales open the batting for them.
And they did try Rohan Mustafa as the opener in the inaugural IL, so they had a plan. Oh, big in swinger from Danish. Brilliant bowling, cutting Ronak Panoli in half.
And the beauty of that is Ronak Panoli knew that was coming, still couldn't do anything about it. Brilliant over comes to an end, just the 1 run and the wicket. And the Dynamos now 38 for 2, end of over number 5.
So change in the bowling. Only 2 overs in the power play for Ayan Afzal Khan. Mohammad Taimur Bhatti. You did mention that he could be an option. Right arm quick, short run up, slingy action, but plenty of pace, especially if he can get it right. On the pads, flicked away. And Danish Qureshi, after bowling a long over, not going to enjoy that.
Yeah, just a gentle loosener from Taimur Bhatti.
This was that big in swinger. Look at that movement off the deck. Fabulous stuff from Danish Qureshi. Look at the wrist position and jagging in sharply. And Ronak was caught unawares. Oh, beautiful delivery. Great length from Taimur. And getting that hint of away movement as well.
This is the problem that Fahad Nawaz seems to be having at the moment. Just that front foot stuck, not going to the pitch of the ball. He's very strong through the covers.
And sometimes your strength can be a weakness. He's always looking for that push of the back foot or that flowing extra cover drive. And when that ball is jagging around,
It's a wide.
that certainly won't help. There's a slip in place for you, Taimur, and you're firing it down the leg side. Will frustrate the captain.
40 for 2 in 5. So they're going really well in terms of run rate. Extras not helping the Marvels at the moment. And this is where Fahad Nawaz and Ronak Panoli need to understand they do have time. They can settle in and cut loose.
Yeah, it's all about building an innings. That's what these young UAE batters need to work on. Going for that hard slash. So he's playing a shorter moment here. And none of them look particularly convincing.
Yeah, he just needs to get one out of the middle of the bat, doesn't he? Get some confidence back. Again, the shot was on. Nobody at deep third man. Nobody at deep cover as well. That would probably race away to the boundary.
Yeah, and you don't want to stop them from playing their shots either. So it's a bit of a conundrum, especially for the coaching staff and management. Once again, pacey delivery. Got big on him. And I think he might have taken a bit of a blow on the forearm. So more concerns for the Dynamos.
Yeah, as soon as he hit it, the glove was off. Fahad Nawaz has the keeping duties as well. So he'll have to take care of that hand.
Yeah, that looks quite... Oh, he looks all right, thankfully. But a rap on the knuckles will just give you a bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah, he needs that magic spray, doesn't he? Somebody needs to bring that out.
Sometimes we need it too. Commentary is not that easy. Physically, bit of an exertion. But testing over from Taimur Bhatti so far. Oh, beautifully bowled. That's the length.
Oh, he squared him up. Squared him up. And Ronak Panoli is very lucky to get some bat on that.
Thankfully, soft hands. Otherwise, he could have been in trouble there. Look at that, hitting the seam, getting that nip. And just about managed it. If he can bowl in that area, 6 out of 6, he will be a very, very handy customer on this wicket. Well, what's happening here? Ah, yes, Fahad Nawaz getting some treatment on that right hand. Physio out there, and I think that's the right approach. Err on the side of caution.
Yeah, I think he tried to put his hand into the glove. Felt a bit of pain and said, why not just get the spray out?
So some running repairs here. Like you mentioned, he's the main glove man for the team as well. Hamid Khan can keep, if I'm not wrong. So they have some options. But more concern will be that he's one of their main batters and hit him right on the index finger apparently.
Well, hopefully that spray comes into effect quickly. 5 deliveries, 2 runs for Fahad Nawaz, 5 deliveries, 1 run for Ronak Panoli.
Well, he's such a clumsy character, Taimur. Like you mentioned, always fiddling with his run-up with his boots. He even falls over at times, like Mark Wood in his run-up. Seems to have 2 left feet and 2 left hands. Well, Rahul Chopra has assisted him in getting the glove on. But at this rate, it's going to be very, very difficult for Fahad to continue. Ringfield, deep third in place. And hasn't cost too many runs this over. Oh, beautiful delivery. Look at that kick off a length. A testing over concludes the power play. The Dynamos 43 for 2. So the power play done and dusted. 43 runs. Make a note of that because we have the floating power play option of 2 overs after the 12th. And whichever team of the two amasses the most runs in the power play overs, they get a bonus point, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, another very good innovation in the T20 format. It's like a mini cricket match going on for 8 overs.
Yeah, I hope to see this rule in the ILT20 proper as well. Adds a great twist to the game. Mohammad Zohaib Zubair, look at that, coming off a 5-wicket haul, a 4-wicket haul, pardon me. Another exciting young leg spinner. We have quite a few of those in the UAE these days.
And you've got one sitting right next to you, Ahmed Khwaja.
Well, I'm looking for him. I can't find him. I was struck by the word young. Beautifully bowled, right on the money from ball 1.
And this is such a brave move. You have to say Zohaib Zubair, he's a brave lad because he's coming with that shorter leg side boundary and the wind in that direction as well.
Just trying to go with the spin towards the covers. And honestly, I don't remember seeing Ronak a lot against versus the spinners. I usually see him bashing the seamers. That's a firm drive. Got a hand on it, the extra cover fielder. And they will pick up 2. Good running.
Yeah, just a bit slow on the second one, Ronak Panoli. But this will give him some confidence. He is very strong against the spinners, especially through the covers, that lofted cover drive. You'll see that against a leg spinner. And anything that is in the zone, he'll hit very hard and very straight.
Yeah, his point of contact with the ball is very, very good. Very different to a lot of the young batters. He doesn't really fuss with the footwork a lot. It's all about his bat speed, his hand-eye coordination. Just like that. Glorious lofted drive over extra for 4.
Yeah, that's his strength. That is a sign that Ronak Panoli is finding some form as well. Zohaib getting a bit greedy, trying to go full. And a beautiful shot for a boundary.
That looked absolutely pristine. Look at that. Great extension. And you know you have the momentum when you're jumping into the shot. Beautifully put away by RP24. Let's see if we get a big innings from him. Zohaib under pressure.
Well bowled,
A good comeback. Nicely bowled. The strength of Mohammad Zohaib, his consistency.
Yeah, he sticks to that one length. And he continues to get variations from there. Has a very good googly under him as well.
He hasn't shown it just yet. But that wrong one, that's his wicket-taking ball for sure. Like many leg spinners around the world, especially in the 20-over format. Turned towards that fine leg region. And that will raise the 50 for the Dynamos. All things considered, a pretty decent start.
Yeah, it's a good start thanks to Hamid Khan, who went all guns blazing in the power play. Even though they've lost the 2 wickets very quickly. A slight build-up going on between Ronak Panoli and Fahad Nawaz, 2 youngsters, part of the UAE national camp setup as well. This is a big moment for both of them.
Oh, absolutely. Fahad Nawaz, of course, already capped by the UAE. Ronak Panoli, former UAE under-19, waiting for his shot at the big show. Nicely played and a steady over from Zohaib. 52 for 2 after 7. Basil Hamid, the skipper, coming on to bowl. Very good off-break bowler. But let's see. Thankfully, he does have the longer leg side boundary. Getting some grip off the surface as well. Good start.
He's very tall. Basil has a very high arm action. Get some good bounce from the wicket as well.
Brings out the sweep. Bit of a bottom edge. Nicely played there from Ronak. I haven't seen that from him before, so he's certainly working on something. 10 off 13. Nicely bowled once again. Consistency is thy name, Basil.
Yeah, he's like a bowling machine, isn't he? Just keeps throwing that ball in that same slot, same length.
Turned away around the corner. Will be a long chase for the square leg. And they'll pick up 2. Are they going for 3? Yes, they are. Great intent between the pair at the crease for the Dynamos.
Well, Haider Wasi Shah, he is quick when he covers the outfield. Just a slight fumble, and that's all these two youngsters needed to push for the third one. Good running between the wickets.
Just look at that. It was Fahad Nawaz, in fact, who was egging him on. That's always a good sign when the non-striker is running hard for his partner's runs. Not everybody does it, especially the young leggy sitting next to me in the comm box.
I would have been on the floor after running 3, man.
Nicely bowled once again. Bit of a grip, and once again he's grimacing while holding the bat handle. He's fighting against the pain, Fahad Nawaz.
I'm not sure that that's a very good idea, though, especially when you have to keep wickets after this.
Struck on the pad, but slightly high. And he certainly seems to be in a bit of discomfort. And I think, well, he's requesting the spray again. Or is he calling for another batter? Maybe a new pair of gloves. 55 for 2. So hopefully Fahad Nawaz is good to go. Mohammad Taimur Bhatti certainly getting a positive response from this pitch. A fresh track for match day 4 of the ILT20 development tournament. Certainly looking like a good one for batting. Ronak Panoli off to a bit of a start here, 13 of 15. He's picked it up towards square leg. There is a fielder settling underneath it, but he's lost it in the sun. Harshit Kaushik out there, looking a bit bemused.
Well, all of us thought that ball's going to land into his hands. I think he was expecting the same as well. And all that ball had is height on it. Landed in the 30-yard circle in the end.
Yeah, even with the breeze, it went absolutely nowhere. Harshit was absolutely motionless for a long while. And that will frustrate Temur Bhatti. He's certainly exploiting the middle of the pitch here, rushing on to the batters. Great drive from Fahad Nawaz. That's his trademark shot. And they're pushing for two and a direct hit. He's got him. Mohammad Saghir Khan from deep cover with a stunning fielding effort.
Well, that was the only way. That was the only way you would have taken Fahad Nawaz out of the equation for that second run. He was pushing. Any other chance he would have gotten probably would have made it, but I think the direct hit will take him out.
Yeah, brilliant fielding. And this is going to be the end. Yes, indeed. He's a yard and a half short in the end. The two was on, but the sheer brilliance of Saghir Khan has produced a wicket out of nothing for the Marvels. 57 for 3 now. New batter in is Amar Badami. Another very talented youngster getting an opportunity. And Mohammad Temur Bhatti, well, with the assistance of his fielders, has produced a wicket. Rushing on to Badami and tucked onto the leg side, waiting for the umpire's signal. Yeah, given us runs. Nope, it's a leg by. You're still on 0, young man.
And just a slight loss in momentum now. They were looking good. There again, you can see him wringing his hand. Lost an extra second there, didn't he? Then turning around with the direct hit. If Ashwath Waltappa had to gather the ball, then disturb the furniture, would have probably made it.
You're absolutely right, Abdurrahman. I think that was perhaps the difference when he was wincing with pain to set off. Oh, top edge on the pull. There is a long leg in place. And he takes an easy catch. Ayan Afzal Khan. He's as safe as a house. And Ronak Panoli will be desperately disappointed.
And again, one wicket brings another. Fahad Nawaz falling just a few deliveries ago, and Ronak Panoli, again, it just doesn't look his normal self. That would have 9 times out of 10 gone into that parking lot behind us.
Well, 1 brings 2. It's another mini collapse for the Dynamos. Ronak departs for 14, 58 for 4. New batter in is Osama Hassan Shah. Another very clean striker of the ball. And let's see if he can produce a knock this evening.
Well, I'm a bit perplexed about this batting order. Mohammad Irfan coming in at number 7 in opener by trade. You've got Taimur Bhatti bowling, who's express quick. Osama Hassan usually good against the spinners.
Perhaps they're thinking about that floating power play. That could be an option. Fly slip. And trying to force that off the back foot. He was completely rooted in his crease. That's asking for trouble.
And that start that Samal and Hamid gave the Dynamos, just losing track, losing momentum. Now that's the wicket. Going for that swivel pull. A good catch taken in the end by Ayan Afzal Khan.
Yeah, Ronak just a bit early. It rushed him, in fact. And with the long leg in place, the trap was set. He should have been game aware of that. Unfortunately, just couldn't resist. It is his favorite shot, that swivel pull. Oh, short delivery and a pacey one from Taimur Bhatti. He's bowling a very effective spell here. And he's causing all sorts of trouble for this young Dynamos batting lineup. 9 overs up, 58 for 4. The Marvels are dominating the game. Basil Hamid continues. Nicely ducked around the corner by Amar. Now he is certainly off the mark. A partnership is the dire need of the hour here, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, they need to bat at least 4 overs together. 4 or 5. Give those 2 over power play to one settled batter and somebody like Irfan who can cut loose against the Pacers.
Well, I fear Osama Hassan Shah is going to take a chance here. It's going to be a test of his temperament. Can he resist the temptation to go after Basil Hamid?
Knowing Osama Hassan Shah and watching him play, I don't think so.
Well, so far so good. Excellent fielding of his own bowling, Basil Hamid. That's a very underrated attribute.
Oh, he's a brilliant fielder, isn't he? Superman of Kerala, as he's called in the field.
On the leg side. Well, was that a carom ball there from Basil Hamid?
Yeah, looked like it. Out of the front of the hand. Osama getting hit on the thigh pad. No wide given by the umpire.
Only 1 run scored in this over. They're getting very across the line to him this time. Good fielding by Taimur Bhatti. His confidence is up now. And he looks nicely limbered up as well.
And I'll tell you what, the Marvels all of a sudden look like a very strong, very well gelled unit. They've got good bowling options. Basil Hamid as their 6th bowler.
Yeah, that is certainly a very handy option. And quickly through his over as well. So 61 for 4 are the Dynamos at the halfway stage. It's time for a drinks break and a change in the comm box as Mohammad Rashid and Abid Ibrahim will take you through.
Thank you, Abdurrahman and Ahmed Khwaja. 10 overs done, 61 for 4. I think this is a good start for the Marvels. They've managed to pick up 4 wickets, which is a good sign for the bowling side. 2 new men out there. Amar Badami, 2 of 3. Osama Hassan, 1 of 6. It's going to be Ayan Afzal Khan. He's making a comeback. He's given away 24 runs, picked up a wicket. And this is where they need to really make sure that they pick more wickets. And for the Dynamos, it's about a partnership here. Isn't it, Abid Ibrahim?
Yeah, indeed. They need a partnership badly here. And Ayan is someone they need to be careful against. Yes, they got a lot of runs against him. 12 runs in over. That's his economy. But he's picked up a wicket. And he's a sort of a bowler that he can really get through the line. You need to be careful while you're trying to play him, especially when you try to play that cover drive. It won't take a lot for him to bring one in.
Oh yeah, they'll have to be very, very careful against him. He's very consistent with his bowling. With a shot slightly short, and that's been tucked towards the onside for another single. And this is where I think both these youngsters, Amar and Osama, need to make sure they build a partnership. And they take this partnership at least till the 15th or the 16th over. Remember, there is 2 overs of the power play remaining as well.
Yep.
So it'll be very crucial where they take those 2 overs.
Well, indeed.
No,
Yeah,
well
punch
done,
from
good.
backward. I think they don't need to be bothered about more about what pace they are going to score runs. More often they need to think about the partnership.
Oh, absolutely, it is about partnerships. Meanwhile, short delivery, that's been played well in the gap. That's run away towards the boundary. That's an excellent shot from Amar Badami. Beautifully done.
You're trying to use his shoulder a bit too much there. Ayan Afzal Khan dropped it short and easy picking for Amar Badami. He puts it away onto the leg side. There was a similar kind of a delivery earlier where Osama missed out, but Amar seems to be very, very watchful there, and he's got a betterment of it.
Better delivery now. Slightly slower in the air. And this is where Ayan Afzal Khan is so good. He always makes a very good comeback. I think some good intentful batting from Amar. That's what's required. You don't need to get bogged down. Think about those bad deliveries and just keep rotating strike. That's a good single taken. They're going for the second overthrow. They're going for the second run. And they will make it quite easily at the end. Ayan is not happy, and rightly so. That wasn't required there. Meanwhile, those 2 runs will end the over. 11 done, 69 for the loss of 4. Basil Hamid to continue. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. That's a wonderful delivery. But he's coming around the wicket. So that LBW decision will not always go his way.
Yeah, that's the problem when you try to come round the wicket with a right-hander. Basil is very good. He's been with the ball. He's been wonderful. Oh, lovely delivery there. This is where he needs to be. Maybe find that outside edge, because bowling around the pads will not help you much in terms of trapping the batter in front.
He's probably just trying to cut down on the scoring rate here, not allowing them to go for singles and doubles. That's another good delivery, good bit of fielding there by Zohaib Zubair. You'll see him in action very soon as well. He was the player of the match in the previous game, picked up 4 wickets. He was destructive with the ball. Very, very impressive. Let's have a look once again. They wanted to go for the single, but didn't at the end. Oh, that's a wayward delivery down the leg side. Just guides it. They will pick up a couple of runs. We'll just have to wait and see if it is off the bat. Yes, looks like.
You can't be loosening up when you're bowling a couple of good deliveries. You're in the rhythm. You just need to be more accurate rather than bowling one loosener.
Absolutely. You'll have to be consistent. This is where they can make inroads and pick another wicket. Oh, just away from diving. Basil Hamid was in the air. Looked interesting, but it was interested, but he was always going away from him.
Yeah, you need to be careful. Well, Basil is in the field, especially. He's in lightning speed. He's got a brilliant fielding abilities in him. What a great fielder he is.
Absolutely, very utility player. He's good with the bat. He's excellent with the ball, and he's amazing in the field. 3 runs coming off that over. Another good one for the Marvels. 12 runs, 72 for the loss of 4. Change the bowling. It's going to be Mohammad Saghir to come in. He's bowled 1 over, given away 7 runs. Ayan Afzal Khan just brought in for 1 over. He's been taken off. He'll be bowling to Osama, who's on 5 of 12. Amar is looking pretty decent. Runner ball 9. Oh, that's taken the outside edge. That'll run away towards the boundary. A very lucky shot for Osama. And not so lucky for Saghir.
Yeah, they took the spinner out of the attack just not to let these two batters settle with the pace. And immediately the impact was already there. But unlucky for the bowler. Gets the outside edge, flies over. Even the slip fielder wouldn't help here. Until unless you had that very, very short, fine third.
Very encouraging for Mohammad Saghir. The ball is still moving in the air. Oh, he's picked it up and he's placed it perfectly, has he? That's gone all the way for a maximum. What a great hit that is from Osama. Middling that and hitting it for half a dozen.
Now you need some kind of a courage. Especially when the last delivery you played, you found the edge. But this time, it was right at the meat of the bat. Perfect placement. Yeah, pace was on and he played it square of the wicket. Lovely pickup shot. Look at that. Control. And that is gone out of here. 6 runs. Beautiful hit from Osama.
Yeah, that was a very smart shot. It was towards the shorter part of the ground. Got it way out over the boundary. Meanwhile, that is flipped off the pads. There's loud appeal. But some reprieve there for Saghir, who's been hit for 10 runs in the first 2 deliveries. Very lucky there. That could have easily gone for another boundary. And Osama is livid with himself.
Well, that's very, very important not to get carried away. Osama hit 4 runs on a very first delivery and then a 6. 10 of 2 and then he still wants to go for big.
If it's a loose delivery, he will go for them. Meanwhile, this is up in the air. This is a chance now. Fielder settling. Just falls short of both the fielders there. I hope they're all right. There is a mini collision there.
I hope it was Mayank and Zubair. Well, clearly that Osama didn't wanted to hang around. He went for the big shot again. He's probably targeting Mohammad Saghir. I think that's not a great idea.
Absolutely. When you've got 10 runs of the first 2 deliveries, it's not always very advisable to go for another big shot.
You've just got a lot of runs in this over already. You just can't be, trying to hit one bowler for taking him for a ride and get maximum of runs, because maybe he'll bowl 1 bad delivery in an over or 2, but the kind of bowler Mohammad Saghir is, he'll pick up his line any moment and get you out.
Absolutely. He almost got Osama out there, just falling short of the fielder. That was a good comeback delivery, and Osama just needs to settle down here. Can't afford to take too many risks. They can't afford to lose another wicket here. That's guided, but straight to the point fielder. Ayan Afzal Khan does well. Another dot ball. So 12 runs coming of the first 5 deliveries. And I think this is where Osama just needs to play it out.
Well, one thing comes to my mind as well, that the first delivery that which found the edge and got a 4 runs was outside off, and that 6 was again onto the leg. That was easy picking for Osama, and again he tried to bowl around the pads where Osama missed out. It clearly shows that he's very strong towards the leg side.
Yeah, not very smart. Meanwhile, this is up in the air once again. And a diving, desperate effort coming in. That'll be another boundary, but that was a very, very good effort coming in from Taimur Bhatti. This has proved to be a big, big over for the Dynamos. 16 runs coming off it. 88 for 4 after 13. It's going to be the leggy Zohaib Zubair to come in once again. Gave away 9 in his first over.
Yes.
What a great leveler cricket is.
Shazib,
He
no,
picked up 4 wickets in his previous outing. Was the player of the match, and he's been wicketless today. Given away some runs as well.
Yeah, maybe Rashid, you're being too harsh on him. He's just pulled 1 over. He's got 3 overs, maybe 4 up sleeves.
You switch with
So
him.
yes, go easy on him because he's a young bowler, and I think this wicket is kind of having a little bit of an edge towards the spinners.
Close, Aja.
They are probably playing a little bit better here, this wicket. That's a wonderful delivery. Good comeback. But I think with the class of Zohaib Zubair, I don't expect him
One step
to
left.
go for too many runs. I want him to be amongst the wickets. He's a brilliant bowler, very deceptive in his action and his pace.
Yeah, he's got varieties, but what I think is more in focusing on a batting as well nowadays. Cuts it nicely, but finds a fielder very close to the chance of a run out. I think Baltappa was collecting the ball ahead of the wicket. He should have been behind the stumps.
Another very good effort in the field by Saghir, and look at that, he's collecting it in front of the wickets, like you said. Should have been behind the stumps, and that is where Basil was so furious about that. Well, that's drilled down the ground, fiercely hit, but straight to the fielder. Young Ayan Afzal Khan cleans it up. Will be another single here. So that could have been a run-out chance there.
Yeah, there wasn't an effort. I think he was not aware if the batter is struggling to get back onto the crease.
2 more deliveries to go. Played down the ground once again. So this has been a very smart batting approach by these 2 youngsters, making sure they keep the runs ticking, scoreboard moving ahead, and they are not taking too many risks. Other than Osama in the previous over, he was very lucky. But I think he's targeted one bowler, and that for him is Saghir.
Yeah, they've done their role, I think. They've got those runs which were needed. This time again, bowls it onto the legs. This was a wrong one. It was picked, played a square leg, and got a single. 20 over 14 gone, 93 for 4.
Another change in the bowling. It's going to be Danish Qureshi to come in. He's bowled a brilliant spell. Just 7 runs in his 2 overs. Picked up a wicket as well. So Basil is trying to pick a wicket here. That's not a very good choice of shot selection by young Amar Badami. Trying to play that ram shot. It's nowhere near the ball.
Yeah. I don't think so. That was need of the hour to play that shot, especially against Danish Qureshi. You never know when he brings that big booming in swinger into the stumps, and he's a very, very accurate bowler. I still believe that he can still swing the ball despite the ball is 14 overs older.
Absolutely, he's very talented. You know, that's a very talented shot coming in from Amar Badani. That's running away towards the boundary. That was placed perfectly from the middle of the bat, and a beautiful shot.
A bit too full there. Just offered him width and bowled it slightly fuller. The rest was quite easy for Badami to put it at place. And got a 4 runs. Lovely drive. Beautiful shot. Went on to the back foot and then just use of the wrist. Beautiful shot.
That'll give him a lot of confidence. He's very talented, young Amar Badami. But he's up against one of the best in the business. That was expected there. And once again, Saghir, he's been electric in the field today. He's already gotten a run out under his name. That was a direct hit. Fahad Nawaz was taken out of the equation.
I think there is something not going in Fahad Nawaz's way. Somehow or the other, he gets dismissed. Either it's some extraordinary delivery that has been bowled by Aditya Shetty, or it's been an extraordinary fielding. Gets him out in a... Got him shot in the crease.
Oh, absolutely, that was an extraordinary effort. Slower delivery. Straight to Ayan. They're going for that quick single. There would have been another chance of a run out. Direct hit was required.
Yeah, it's so Vishnu Sukumaran maybe. He's also another fine left-hander into the side of Marvels. I think he'll play his part as well.
Yeah, he's been drafted into the side. Marvels are missing out on Mohammad Wasim, the captain, who was not able to be taking part in this tournament. That's been played towards the onside. They want to go for the second. This could be close. And directed, is it? It's Saghir once again. Ashwant has taken the bails off, but this will be a close call.
Not a convincing throw, that what I see only. Maybe just a friction, that bounce saved the batter. Badami giving all his mighty effort, diving forward to save his wicket. Waltappa, look at that. It was really slow while coming to the keeper. And maybe another frame will tell us. We're getting excited here. Might be a chance of a run out here. Looks like very close. The bails are not dislodged now here. When the bails gets dislodged, I think Badami just made it.
Yeah, that dive has saved him certainly. And also, Saghir was off balance but still managed to throw it accurately. Oh, this is played over covers towards the extra cover. Was a slower delivery. They'll pick up another set of couple runs. They're going for the third. Excellent running between the wickets. This is very, very good running.
I think this is what they are applying pressure on the opponents. It's 104 for 4 after 15.
Zoeb Zubair to continue. Oh, the wrong one. That's played superbly well over extra cover. That's running away towards the boundary. That is a beautiful shot from the blade of young Amar Badami.
Yeah, he's swinging that sword so nice. Look at that, just easy picking for him. He picked up the line, he offered the width, he greeted that ball with a boundary. What a beautiful shot. He looks very strong towards the covers. Lovely hitting. He didn't look, he was required a lot of efforts to put that one away. Effortless shot there from Amar Badami.
Oh yeah, that was very pleasing to the eye. Look at that. That was the wrong one, but it was pitched slightly fuller there from Zohaib. I think, like you mentioned, Amar is very strong through the offside and he loves that extra cover drive. Plays it very confidently, right under his eyes. They're taking the attack on these bowlers now. 108 for 4 after 15.1. They've got 6 wickets in hand. They would want to get to somewhere over 150.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because this wicket is pretty much in both ways supportive. Yes, there is something for the bowlers, but definitely there is a lot of things for the batters as well.
Well, there is some seam movement. There is some swing in the air. Otherwise, I think it's got pretty decent bounce. The ball is coming onto the bat, not holding up in the wicket. So that is a good sign. Good comeback and very, very smart shot by Amar Badami. Just clipping it towards the onside. He's hit a boundary and then crossed for a single.
What I like about this Amar Badami's knock is he's not trying too many things. He's just keeping it simple. If I've been offered width, I'll put it away on the offside. If it's short, I'll put it on the onside. If it's a good delivery, which is asking for a respect, he is there to give it a full respect. Again, good running. Beautiful running between the wicket.
This is superb from these two youngsters. This has been a very, very good batting effort. This partnership is looking class here.
Yeah, just a partnership like it's mentioned on the screen. Mohammad Rashid on my right-hand side. Yeah, coming over the wicket.
And Abid Rahim behind the stumps. Nelson on the board then, 15.3. That's a very good delivery. Excellent delivery, but well negotiated there by Osama. They picked up a single there. The partnership, 54 of 42 deliveries. What a great partnership this has been between these two.
Yeah, they brought up 50 partnership. That was needed when we just stepped inside the com box. And these were two fresh legs right at the center. Oh, what a smart batting that is. Wow. He just switched so easily and puts it away for 4 runs.
Yeah, that reminded me of David Warner. He plays that shot really well. Even Maxwell does. But on this occasion, it was young Amar Badami. Not a good delivery from Zohaib. A half-tracker and easy pickings for him. This is turning out to be another very good over. 12 runs coming off it. And Zohaib Zubair, well, I was talking about how he hasn't been up to the mark today. And he's proving me right.
Yeah, maybe initially I thought you were being harsh on him, but no, you are within your rights. Meanwhile, a very soft touch, and maybe they'll get 2. They're very quick between the wicket. Excellent running. A big over comes to an end. 16 gone, 118 for 4.
Whilst the batting power play, 2 overs coming up. One of them is being bowled by Taimur Bhatti. He'll be bowling to Osama, 27 of 24 for him, 33 of 21. And this is smacked down the ground, right in the slot. And that was a powerful hit by Osama for a boundary.
Yeah, really. Didn't bother about the pace. All he had to do is just play it as straight as he could. Got on a back foot, cleared the front leg, and hammered that one. Straight as an arrow. That's gone for 4 runs. This is what you need to do.
Yeah, not very good bowling from the Marvels in the last few overs. They've given away, leaked a lot of runs, and there's been no pressure being exerted. That's a good comeback delivery. Not a very good shot from Osama trying to go across the line. Yes, that would have been a better shot. Shadow practicing that uppercut.
Well, I think Ammar is doing fine job, but at the other end, Osama need to calm a little bit down. Once he gets that boundary, he doesn't try to rotate the next delivery. He tries to go for the attack only.
Oh, you're absolutely right. He needs to have a better selection of shots. Well, this is a dot ball once again. So that boundary on the very first delivery has been followed by 2 dot balls. It's a good comeback here by Taimur Bhatti. He's been a good inclusion in the side for the Marvels.
Yeah, it's like throwing a couple of opportunities away. You got a boundary, then you need to rotate. Otherwise, that boundary will go in vain.
Absolutely. Just waiting for the delivery, which is in his slot. And Taimur has realized that. He's pulled his length back and he's bowling beautifully here. Not allowing anything to be pitched up to Osama.
Yeah, I think Badami need to do that. Need to go to his partner and have a word with him that calm down. You got a boundary at the very first delivery. Try to get a single and bring me on. Every time in this old dot balls, you see, Badami is halfway the track.
Once again, play and a miss. This is excellent bowling from Taimur. Brilliantly done.
Well, he's just trying, just destroying the confidence of the batter. Bowling at the same length and getting the same result. I can sense the wicket by frustrating the batter.
Absolutely. And I think at the moment, Taimur doesn't need to go for a wicket. Just bowl out a dot delivery and this will turn out to be a very, very good over in the context of the game. A short delivery. Is it too wide? Yes. Well over his head.
Yeah, that was bounce shot and that was went long way up. Look at the bounce he got of the wicket. I'm not sure. Osama, yeah, is slightly shorter, but despite that, for any batter, that would have been over his head.
Yeah, if both the batters were combined, they would still not be able to hit it. Well, that's been played towards the offside. Quick single. They complete it. 6 runs coming off this power play over. A good one for the Marvels. 17 done, 124 for 4. Well, that's the bowling card so far. 6 bowlers used. Danish coming into bowl his 4th over. He's given away just 18 runs. What a brilliant spell this has been. Taimur has been superb. Tries to go for that ram shot. Doesn't connect. Will be a dot ball. So the dot balls are piling up here for Osama. He started off really well in that one Saghir over, got a lot of runs, but since then, he's been playing a lot of dot balls.
At the other end also, you have Ammar Badami who's getting frustrated because of not getting strike. Osama is just losing it away now, playing a lot of dot balls, and every time he's tried for the boundary, that's been the problem.
Well, it's either been a boundary or a dot ball. Meanwhile, this is up in the air. This is a chance now. It's Ayan settling underneath it and takes it very, very comfortably. He's a safe fielder for the Marvels. And that struggle comes to an end for Osama.
Yeah, that was bound to happen because he was playing too many dot balls and got frustrated. Every time he was trying to go big on the onside. That's a so good start of the innings has come to an end with a poor shot selection.
Absolutely. Give a lot of credit to Danish Qureshi as well. That was a quick delivery, surprised Osama. And he was forced to play that shot. He's gone after scoring 32 runs of 32 deliveries, 3 boundaries and a maximum in that. 124 for the loss of 5. New man in is Mohammad Umar. Fast bowler by trade, comes in at number 7. Straight away goes for that quick single, and that is the right approach. Give as much strike as possible to young Ammar.
I think if Osama would have done the similar thing what Umar have done on the very first delivery, this wouldn't have happened. He's gone up rash and throws his wicket away. Danish with the 2 wickets to his name, and I think he's a pretty much contender to bowl that 5th over as well.
Absolutely, I would definitely give it to him. Or Taimur, but I don't think Taimur will be able to bowl that because he'll be bowling the penultimate over. So the only choice Basil Hamid would have is Danish, who's been superb in this spell. That was a wonderful delivery. Slightly slower, and that's played in the gap. That is a very well-controlled shot by Ammar Badami. He's playing a gem of a knock here. They pick up a couple of runs.
Very impressive. Very, very impressive. He read the slower one and didn't try to hit it too hard as well. That's what I think he needed to do. And if he continues to play in a similar fashion, my worry is that he should play the entire 20.
Well, certainly, he's very, very talented. I think today he's playing up to his potential. He's playing through the line. He's not trying to go across the line, not trying to invent shots, and that has been working for him. Those cover drives were so beautiful and so pleasing to the eye. Meanwhile, another slower delivery that's kept really well behind the stumps by Ashwant Waltapa. Appreciation coming in from the bowler.
A brilliant delivery as well. He just tried to bring that in to Ammar with a chest height. He's also not trying to be too short at the same time. Thinking might be the pull shot out because Ammar also plays that hook shot so well.
He's cramping him for room, isn't he? Not allowing him to free his arms. He's very strong through the offside. So he's trying to keep it as straight as possible. This is the last delivery of the power play coming up. Oh, in the block hole. Excellent delivery. What a spell this has been so far. A definite contender for that super bowler over. 18 done, 127 for the loss of 5. 127 for 5. It's going to be the penultimate over. And the ball will be bowled by Taimur. Starts off with a good delivery right in the block hole. Just sliding down towards the leg side. They're coming back for the second. And they make it quite easily at the end. Good running between the wickets. The running has been very intentful here by the Dynamos, especially between Amar Badami and Osama. They were looking very good out there in the middle.
Yeah, they did one thing pretty sure, that they just prevented that collapse, and also at the same time got the runs which was needed. Now it looks slightly decent, but as you mentioned earlier, 150 is what they'll be eyeing on.
Absolutely, it's been a very fruitful partnership for the Dynamos. They've made sure that they kept rotating strike. There was a chance there of a run out. Saghir just held himself back, didn't have the proper cover to go for that, shy at the stumps. Another run added to the total. 3 runs coming on in this over, 2 of them leg buys. First one run off the bat, and that'll bring Amar Badami back on strike. What a fabulous knock he's played so far. 35 of just 24 deliveries. A very well-controlled innings here from the youngster.
Yeah, he's very impressive, especially today. Yeah, shuffles across, maybe shuffling a little too early, where Temur is too fast, and at the same time he's too sharp-minded as well. So the batter shuffled across. He would go for the on drive or maybe that pull. He didn't give him any room.
Yes, very good bowling by the speedster. But I think Amar is just trying to eye that shorter onside. But he's very strong through the offside as well. I would probably want him to back his ability through the offside and play those lovely cover drives. That's gone up in the air. Chance. And Danish takes it. That's a wonderful catch. That is a brilliant catch.
It's a big wicket as well at the same time. Temur strikes. He's too hot to handle. Pull that quick delivery. Yeah, pace on. Amar with no control on that shot went to the third. And Danish Qureshi takes the easy catch in the end. A fine knock comes to an end. 35 of 26. 130 for 6.
Well, surprisingly, it's Mohammad Irfan who's come in. At number 8, normally an opener by trade. Boy, what a delivery he's welcomed with. That was a wonderful delivery by Taimur Bhatti.
Yeah, I was just surprised to see Irfan walked in at number 8. Don't know why, but I think Dynamos has missed applause. That's the man who is at the think tank behind this.
That's the wicket once again. He's made it look very easy. It wasn't a very easy chance there. But what an effort by young Amar Badami. Good knock from him. Meanwhile, this has been a superb spell of fast bowling by Taimur Bhatti. What a spell this has been. 4 overs, 12 runs and 2 wickets. He's been on the money on the day. 19 overs done, 130 for 6.
Yeah, there you go. Final over. And that is the floating power play.
That's the super bowler over.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much similar signs.
First delivery outside edge over the keeper's head, and off she goes for a boundary. That's a very lucky shot for Umar, but he wouldn't mind those. Dynamos wouldn't mind those. Unlucky for Danish Qureshi.
Yeah, he's bowling his fifth and he bowled that accurate. He bowled it really well. Yeah, but Doga wasn't really bothered about where it will go. He just wanted to hit that one hard. And Danish is pretty much deserving, as we mentioned, to bowl that fifth over, and he does so.
Absolutely. Slower delivery, that's gone up in the air. That is a chance. Who's going to take it? It's Basil Hamid, the captain, who takes it quite comfortably at the end. A brilliant delivery coming in from Danish Qureshi, and deservedly picks up his third.
I just took the pace off a little bit here, where Umar wanted to go straight, miscued it up in the air and rest. It's quite easy for someone like Basil Hamid to take that catching practice in the end for him. Mohammad Umar scores 6 of 5. It's 134 for 7.
Danish picking up his third. It's been played down towards the onside. They will only pick up a single there. That'll bring Irfan back on strike.
Yeah, that's what was the need. They need to bring Irfan on strike. That was the last dismissal. She's gone now, miscued up in the air. And one thing is pretty cool that the Basil makes the calling clear.
Yeah, very surprising batting order here. Taimur Ali coming in at number 9. Another opener by trade. So these are very surprising moves coming in from the Dynamos. They've got a very long batting order. Almost everybody can bat now. That looks like it.
I think they're just trying things out, probably, with their batting order, experimenting things, because it's the initial stage of the tournament.
Or slower delivery, that's been picked and placed perfectly from the middle of the bat. That's gone all the way for a maximum. What a great hit that is from the blade of Mohammad Irfan. That was so pleasing to the eye.
Lovely hit that is. A little bit full and stand and deliver. That went like a bullet. That just out of the screws. That had distance, and that had the result, 6 runs.
Meanwhile, 2 more deliveries to go. 11 runs off the over so far. Slower delivery. Just taking it away from the right-hander. Good comeback delivery by Danish Qureshi. They're slightly slow. That is what he does so well.
That was the off-cutter. And he's smart. He knows that it will come very handy at this stage of the game, especially when the left-hander is batting.
Absolutely, and when he's got the shorter part of the ground towards the onside, he'll probably eye that. Meanwhile, last delivery, so 150 is out of the question. Can they get another maximum here? Oh yes, he's connected. He's connected that, and that's gone all the way for yet another maximum to end the over. Momentum moving towards the Dynamos towards the end of the innings. What a great hit that was from the blade of Irfan.
I think more importantly, they'll be happy to finish on a high note. Look at that. Beautiful connection, sweet connection of the bat. Swing of the bat as well. Placed it for a 6 runs. I think the team Dynamos missed the plot by sending Irfan down the order. It would have been different altogether. And also Taimur coming too late down the order. Both these batters would have done a lot if they were at the top order. But that's not the case. but they'll be happy in the end to get 147 from how the recovery phase have come on. That's how the batting looks like. Basel scoring 31, the captain Samal. Pardon me, Hamid scored 31, and then Samal scored 6 of 8. Ronak 14 and Fahad's 3, not helping the cause. The top order not performing up to the mark. And then Amar and Osama, they hold the things together. Both of them scored over 30 runs. In the end, that 2 sixes has made the final total look slightly better.
Yeah, what a partnership that was between Amar and Osama, beg your pardon. Let's have a look at the bowling card for the Marvels. 6 bowlers used. Clearly, Danish Qureshi was the pick of the bowlers. He's bowled the 5 overs, given away 38 and picked up 3 important wickets. Taimur getting a couple of wickets under his belt. Ayan, the sole spinner to get a wicket. Zubair wasn't able to pick any wickets today, but I think overall this was a good performance with the ball. They should be very happy with the way they've bowled. This wicket looks like it's got a lot of runs in it. 7 extras, very good controlled bowling by the Marvels.
7 as extras, as you mentioned, that's where they're improving compared to the previous encounter. They'll get only better here. That's the highlights. Now that things have. Hamid Khan started well with his 31, taking those nice boundaries, sixes. The start wasn't too bad from Hamid, but the problem was at the other hand where Sermal has got dismissed quite cheaply there. And then Hamid scored that heavy lifting. Most of the runs have come from him until this happened. Cotton bowled. Ayan has taken that catch and took the man out of the attack. The danger man departed. This is where the collapse began. Fahad Nawaz, along with his partners, did not contribute as much as was needed. This was the direct hit we were talking about. Unfortunate run out for him. Pick and through. Look at that. Yeah, really too little shot there. And then this wicket gone down in very less time. Then the recovery has been little good between Osama and his partner Amar Badami.
Yeah, that was a good little partnership coming in between those two. That was the partnership that made sure that they took the score over those 120, 130 runs. Some good innovative shots coming in from the blade of Amar Badami. But at one point, I think Osama was looking very decent and he was just struggling to rotate strike. This is where he lost his wicket. Good catch taken. Taimur was amazing today. He picked up some great wickets and he also bowled with a lot of flair and a lot of pace. Danish Qureshi, that last over didn't go his way. The first delivery was top edge and then he got a wicket, but after that it was Irfan all the way. Hit a few maximums towards the end of the innings, those 2 sixes, and the last one, well, that took the score to 147, a very decent total on this wicket. So both teams, in my opinion, will be very content with what they've got. We'll dive into a short break, and when we come back, it's going to be the run chase. Till then, stay tuned.
Good evening, cricket fans, and welcome back to the ICC Academy. Match number 7 of the ILT20 Development Tournament in progress between the Dynamos and the Marvels. And it was the Dynamos batting first, who've posted a par score at best. The Marvels openers in sky blue coming out there in the middle. It's going to be Ashwant Valthappa alongside Mayank Chaudhary, and opening alongside me in the run chase is going to be Abdurrahman Tariq. Good evening.
Good evening, Ahmed Khwaja. Good evening to all our viewers. A flurry right at the end from Mohammad Irfan, giving this score some respectability. They were in a lot of trouble in the first half. Then Ammar Badami, Osama Hassan Shah, and right there in the end, Irfan scoring some quick runs. And as you said, 148, just about par.
We've seen teams struggle chasing in this tournament. So certainly is possible for the Dynamos, but they are missing their ace leggy, Karthik Mayappan. So somebody will certainly have to step up big time for the men in red. That flurry, like you mentioned, from Mohammad Irfan in the end, saving their batting effort. Ammar Badami and Osama Hassan Shah, the youngsters, played really well as well. And good to see Fahad Nawaz. He took a blow to his right index finger, was struggling while batting, but seems to be determined to don the gloves.
Yeah, just not enjoying himself, Fahad Nawaz, while in the middle with the bat. And they are missing Karthik Mayappan, but you've forgotten another name. Sanchit Sharma not playing today. That's the stats. Then Ashwant Valthappa, not at his best, you would say, in the tournament so far. Maybe today is the day where he can cut loose.
Yeah, the pitch on the first 3 days was a tricky one for the top order batters. This one a lot more true. You can trust the bounce and the carry. Vikram Sanjaya, 3 wickets in the tournament so far. He's played at international level for Sri Lanka, so he certainly has that international caliber. It's going to be Mayank Chaudhary to face up. Fly slip in place, deep third, and the orthodox deep square in place as well. So let's see if Vikram can get the ball to chatter under the lights.
Well, Mayank has had a topsy-turvy tournament. First ball duck for him in the first game. Let's see if he can do that better than that.
Nicely played right behind it, and beautiful shape on the ball there. That's what Vikram Sanjaya is known for, that lovely outswinger.
Yeah, Vikram, very good player to watch out for. Didn't give him the new ball in the last game, the Dynamos. And Umar Dogar playing today. He's very quick as well.
Yeah,
Was that heavy ball?
He'll give them that extra bite in the middle overs, perhaps even in the floating power play. Target of 148 for the Sky Blues. Oh, look at that extra bounce. Beautifully bowled by Vikram Sanjaya.
Oh, he's quick. He's quick. He's quicker than he looks. That is one of the challenges for Mayank.
Excellent movement. Some nip off the surface as well. Has a very side-on action. It's rare to see that in modern-day cricket. It's supposed to be taking a heavy toll on your lower back, so the biomechanics experts and the bowling coaches advise you to be a lot more front-on to prevent injury. Oh, that's another Jaffa. Unplayable ball from Vikram Sanjaya.
Well, this wicket is a wicket where the fast bowlers are going to enjoy themselves, especially with that new ball in the evening with the lights on. Look at that.
Oh.
What swing. Mayank has done really well not to get any bat on that.
Well, that's too good to hit. You're absolutely right. And even Ashwant, his expression says it all at the non-striker's end. Great start here for the Dynamos. Coming off two back-to-back losses. They desperately need the 2 points and perhaps the bonus point from the floating power play runs aggregate. So far, so good. A second slip going in there. Taimur Ali. Well, he was posted at second slip, now moving slightly to his right towards gully. Plenty of hustle and bustle going on in that slip cordon.
He's like a traffic warden, isn't he, Fahad? One hand in the air, the other hand telling people to move left and right. Oh, there's a change of fielder. So it's Samal who's come in at slip and Gully Taimur.
Oh, once again been squared up. And he's just looking at the pitch in bemusement. And truly, there's nothing he could do about that.
Oh, it looks like an evening in Manchester with the red ball.
Take a look at this bowling from Vikram Sanjaya. Right on the money. The length of the Rahman is so good.
Yeah, absolutely. At the pitch report, that was that one spot that I kept looking at as well. You know, if you hit the ball there regularly, you are going to beat the batter.
Yeah, he's landing it on a 1 dirham coin right now. Brilliant accuracy from Vikram Sanjaya. Flicked in the air towards square leg. Wrist work from Mayank Chaudhary. Absolutely glorious. All the way for 6.
Now, what a response. What a response from the right-hander. Shuffles across, flicks it, all wrist work and timing. Look at this.
Oh, Surya Kumar Yadav. That's what it reminds me of. Fantastic timing. Fantastic flexibility in those glorious wrists from Mayank. Well, that will certainly give Vikram Sanjaya a wake-up call. You can't stray onto the pads, even though you are hooping it. Great counter punch from Mayank Chaudhary. Edged and short of the gully fielder. What a fantastic over. It's all happening. He's been wrapped on the gloves as well. And that's a close shave. Exciting first over of the run chase comes to an end. 6 for none.
लेफ्टी है ना पॉइंट पे जाना
So very interesting move here. It is going to be Mohammad Umar Dogar taking the new ball. So they're just trying to test the middle of the pitch as well, just like Taimur Bhatti did.
Not a bad option. When you have that new ball, that hard new ball on this surface, under lights, use your pacers.
Use your pacers indeed. It's certainly doing a lot. On the leg side, flicked, and what a catch at fine leg! Absolute screamer. Can you believe it? Vikram Sanjaya, the man of the moment, takes the catch of the tournament.
Well, Ashwant Valtappa could have left it, would have probably been 5 wides, chased it, and have a look at this, diving, and he's done really well to hold on. Unbelievable catch. What a start for Umar Dogar.
Goodness me. That was something out of this world from Vikram Sanjaya. Ashwant Valtappa heading back for a golden duck. It's 6 for 1. Well, what a magic moment we've witnessed in the ILT20 development tournament. Vikram Sanjaya bowling a cracking over, fielding at fine leg. Ashwant thought, I have a free 4 runs to my name. And he plucks it out of thin air, fully horizontal, for one of the most outstanding catches you will ever see, Abdur Rahman.
Yeah, poor Ashwant Valtappa had a big smile on his face. It's one of those moments where you know there's nothing you can do. The captain walks in, Basil Hamid. So far, a below par tournament for him as well. But that catch will just light a fire under the Dynamos.
Basil Hamid, the skipper, taking the responsibility, coming in at number 3. I think this is a very good move. You need a man of his experience, of his steely temperament to come in this situation, just to steady the ship. And Mohammad Umar Dogar has struck on his very first ball of the tournament. Big in swinger flicked in the air, but there was no shot mid-wicket. Oh, you had the plan in place, but not the fielder.
I have to question that field placing. You're absolutely right. Umar Dogar bringing the ball into the right-hander. This is the catch then. A nothing delivery. It's Vikum Sanjaya's wicket. You have to put the wicket under his column.
Well,
What
all
a
we
catch.
saw was a speck of white and a streak of red. And Umar Dogar, well, he's cock-a-hoop, and why not? He's picked up a free wicket thanks to Vikram Sanjaya, his fast bowling partner. Absolutely brilliant. Truly the best of the best in the UAE, bringing out all of their stops.
Well, we saw Ethan D'Souza take a blinder. Vikum's catch probably in the top 3 at the moment. So fielding in this ILT20 development tournament has been exceptional.
It certainly has been top tier. Mayank back on strike. Another attempted in swing, and Fahad Nawaz. Absolutely sensational stuff.
Well, the one good thing is now they have that short mid-wicket fielder, so the plan makes sense. Umar Dogar just a bit excited now. Again, just have a look at this. I can watch this all day. I can look at this. Look at the celebration from Umar Dogar.
He honestly expected it to be a catch. And a running thigh five as well to himself. Have to complete the celebration.
Like a little kid in the candy shop. He was so happy with that. Unbelievable scenes.
So Mayank still on strike. Oh, big full toss, and he's missed out. That should have been crushed to the cover point boundary.
Well, this has been a mixed bag over. Some opportunities created, some poor balls in the middle as well. Have a look at this one. Full toss, outside off stump. And Mayank beaten.
Yeah, that barely landed on the strip itself. Just trying to play close to the body. Perhaps surprised how wide it was. So somehow or the other, the Dynamos have only conceded 8 runs in 9 legal deliveries. They need somebody in the top order just to play a sensible innings. It's not a big run chase at all. Below 150. Big in swinger once again, and just got behind it.
Yeah, very well bowled. That was a good delivery. Umar Dogar, when he's in a good rhythm, he is a very dangerous bowler. Again, bowls that heavy ball and swings the ball at pace.
Yeah, he is a bit of a partnership breaker, isn't he? Can produce a wicket out of nothing. Has that match-winning ability to pull a rabbit out of a hat, whether with the bat or with the ball. And a lively character. He's a good team man, Mohammad Umar Dogar. Mayank, quality player, but he needs to produce an innings. Another full toss, just bunted to mid-on. Could have done a lot more with that.
Yeah, just probably beaten on pace there. Didn't expect that ball to come so quickly to him, Mayank.
And with the ball hooping as it is under lights, I would like to see Mohammad Irfan, who was sent in to bat at number 8, but he's truly a batting all-rounder, a very good swing bowler in the right conditions. He will certainly make this white Kookaburra seed misbehave under the lights. Struck on the pads, but that's clearly high and perhaps going down leg as well. So a spicy over from Umar Dogar comes to an end. 9 for 1. So the man of the moment, Vikram Sanjaya, will continue. Edged and taken at slip. The perfect outswinger and a sharp catch by Osama Hassan Shah.
Well, if you watch the first over, this was always on the cards. Good captaincy from Fahad Nawaz, sticking with that first slip, and Mayank Chaudhary fishing at a ball outside off stump, straight into the hands of the fielder. Vikram can do no wrong.
Well, he was giving him a torrid time, like you mentioned, and something had to give. And well done, Fahad Nawaz. Well done, Osama Hassan Shah. On a length, swinging away. Just fished at it. And that's a good catch. Very well executed.
Yeah, Osama has been very good in that slip cord, and he's taken a couple of catches in the previous 2 games. And now strikes again. Mayank's vigil comes to an end. 7 of 10 for him. 9 for 2. The Marvels in a lot of trouble. Well, it's Rahul Chopra who's walked in. And this is a big wicket. He's the master of the run chase, Rahul Chopra.
Yeah, if they can get him early. Oh, soft hands. There was a gully in place. Nicely managed in the end. But yes, he is a bit of a second innings specialist, this man on screen. But let's take a look at that. Fabulous outswinger. And good catch by Osama. It was low, was landing in front of him, but he kept his eye on the ball.
You can see he wasn't comfortable, Mayank, walking while playing that shot. Those feet were not still. If you compare that to the way Rahul Chopra has faced that first ball, just as you said, very soft hands, right behind it.
Oh, prodding at that one. He just dragged him out of his crease, didn't he? This is fabulous bowling from Vikram.
And this is where the youngsters and the new players have to learn quickly. They're not used to that ball swinging so much in the evening. And the ball carrying to the wicketkeeper, used to playing through the line in the power play. This is a different challenge.
A different challenge and a different surface altogether from the first 3 days. The bounce is true. The carry is very good. Flying through to the wicketkeeper. Vikram is making it count. Steps out and airy fairy drive there from Rahul. That is pressure for you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sanchit Sharma at this moment watching from outside must be wondering, why did I sit out this game? This wicket tailor-made for somebody like him.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with that big booming in swinger. That would have been a real handful. But this is testing times for both Basil Hamid and Rahul Chopra. They have to show their class. They have to show their quality. Straying a bit straight. And a big sigh of relief for Rahul to get off the mark.
Whenever he goes for that wonder ball, the one that will pitch at leg and take out off, that's where he's given away the runs.
And he tends to do that. He did that on the 5th delivery in the first over. And in this over as well. But it's been absolutely immaculate stuff here from Vikram Sanjaya. I would be willing to give him 3 on the trot here, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, why not? That super bowler rule can be used as early as possible. Give him the 3 in the power play and then keep the 2 in the end. Why not?
It offers you so much flexibility towards the death. That's why that floating power play is a bit of a twist. Great rule implemented here. Oh, nowhere near that one, Basil Hamid. Missed it by a yard. A cracking over from Vikram Sanjaya. 10 for 2 after 3.
Well, Omar Dogar with a slightly longer run up than the first over.
Yeah, he seems to be coming from the side screen. Oh, it is a wide, so he's not quite releasing the ball as he would like so far.
Yeah, even though that ball came in after pitching, it was outside the tram line. Very early call by the umpire of wide.
Yeah, still no sign of Mohammad Irfan. He offers you a lot more control with the new ball. So Omar, perhaps those sweaty palms. It is a pretty steamy evening here. I can see Abid Ibrahim and Mohammad Rashid pacing outside, getting their steps in. Good luck to them. They need them. In swinger, once again, the extras are piling up here.
Yeah, couple of wides now. You don't want to release the pressure. The Dynamos have been under the pump the last 2 games that they've played. They've been in good situations and they've just let loose. You don't want to do the same thing here against the Marvels. There's a very good chance of putting up the 2 points on the board.
They certainly did snatch defeat from victory yesterday. That was a very straightforward run chase that they bungled up. Do not want to repeat that. Only single round robin stage in this ILT20 development tournament. Oh, now he got the in-swinger right, and very wary to that was Rahul Chopra.
And don't be surprised if you see Taimur Ali bowling as well. He's a good solid medium pacer. In fact, Taimur Ali and Irfan were warming up when I went out for the toss. So they do have bowling options. Just want to make sure that they keep the pressure. Don't let loose the Marvel batters and let them score some quick runs.
Yeah, this has been an excellent power play so far from the men in red. Built that pressure, took their catches. This has been lofted straight by Rahul Chopra and is sailing all the way for 6.
Well, at first sight, it didn't look as if he had middled it. But he did middle it to perfection over the side screen for a maximum. What a counter punch from Rahul Chopra.
Such an excellent shot. Look at that. Created that length. Just stepping down the track. And easy as you like. Beautiful hit from Chopra. That will do him a world of good. Now he'll kick into gear. But Umar Dogar, do not be discouraged. You're still getting that ball to move under lights. Just need one good ball.
Yes, but that in-swinger is the one. It's the most difficult to control as well for a right-arm fast bowler. But if he lands it in the right place, anything can happen.
Nicely played. Once again, soft hands. And he has this very peculiar way of standing on middle and off Rahul Chopra. It works for him because he's so good on that swivel pull to the leg side. But in the back of the mind of the fast bowler, he will always fancy himself to just nip one in.
That's the mind games from the batters, isn't it? You've got the stumps, you've got my pads to aim at. But if you're strong off the hips, as you said, have strong wrists, confident you can play towards the leg side, you will get some runs. Very similar to the way Steve Smith approaches white ball cricket.
Oh, and how effective he is across all formats. Oh, flashing at that one. There was a hint of movement after it crossed the batter. But that was loose from Rahul Chopra.
Yeah, that ball didn't swing at all. Just after it passed the batter, that's where it took a bit of movement. And Rahul Chopra was expecting that ball to come in quickly.
Testing spell here from the Dynamos fast bowlers. And the bowling changes will be very, very crucial indeed. Like you mentioned, they have Taimur Ali. They have Mohammad Irfan. That can provide them that swing bowling option. Nicely played. Just settling in on that good length area. And I think that suits Umar Dogar's strength. He's been trying to swing it and he hasn't been able to control it.
Now it might be his last over. They might keep 2-1 for the power play. Little bit more effective with the older ball, Umar Dogar, especially if he gets those Yorkers in and has a good slower delivery as well.
This has been this over so far to Rahul Chopra. You can see he's just pulled his length back and a lot more control offered there and keeping Rahul Chopra honest. Anything that seems off the deck, if you're a bit careless, you can easily nick off to the keeper. They've vacated the slip cordon, so that's not an encouraging sign. I'd still be interested in having that fly slip at the very least, or maybe a gully.
Might go for that slower delivery. Maybe that's why a change in the field.
Nicely turned around the corner by Rahul, and he will retain the strike. 19 for 2 after 4. Vikram Sanjaya continues. Nicely pushed behind point by Rahul. Once again, he's confident enough to use his feet against Vikram and nicely steered behind point.
The man who's done the cleanup job, Mohammad Asif, might see him come in next. Very effective with the new ball, the left arm spinner. And Rahul Chopra, he's not letting Vikram settle, charging down the track, using his feet, creating room. Because if you let Vikram bowl to you the way he did to Mayank, you are going to nick off.
There it is, dropped at gully. Well, it was Basil Hamid, the big fish. How costly will that prove to be?
Oh, Taimur Ali, have you dropped the match? Basil Hamid walking in at number 3 is not a familiar position for him. And he's edged that straight into the hands of that gully fielder. Maybe a bit too close, Taimur. But at this level, you have to take these catches.
That was a sitter. I hate to be harsh on Taimur Ali, but a fielder of his quality, that was an absolute sitter. How costly will that prove to be? Time will tell. Onto the pads. Once again, trying to bowl a bit too straight there. Easily turned around the corner once again. And well, the battle resumes between Basil and Vikram.
And I think this time, Basil's just going to say, you know what, I'm going to play out these 3 deliveries. Probably his last over. I don't see him bowling a 4th on the trot. And when the bowler is on top, give him the respect. It's all right to play out 2 overs. It's a 20 over game, not a T10.
And it's not a big target to chase either, below 150. You bat the 20 overs, you will win the game. And once again, it's been dropped by Taimur Ali. This time, a genuine outside edge. A more difficult chance. He parried it. And Osama just couldn't react in time at slip.
Oh, Taimur Ali. He'll want that ground to open up and swallow him whole. Another flash at a very full delivery. And Osama Hassan Shah. Well, there was a chance to get that. He's still on the floor, Osama. Wondering, what have I done?
And
It's
like
not
you
your fault.
mentioned, they are standing very, very close in. He's at least 5 yards in from that 30-yard circle at backward point. So they're coming in very quickly at him. But once again, a chance goes begging. And this time, Basil shoulders arms, and rightly so.
And it's probably more frustrating for the bowler because that will annoy him. Even now, Osama is thinking, why didn't I just dive for that?
This was the first chance. Should have been taken. This one was slightly more difficult. Once again, that front foot locked and rooted. And he got a hand to it. Reflex action stuff. But well, he's still in there. He's still getting ready for another chance maybe. A good looking push back to the bowler. And a sigh of relief that this burst from Vikram Sanjaya, outstanding spell, has come to an end. 22 for 2 after 5, the Marvels. And with that, there's going to be a change in the comm box as Abid Ibrahim and Rashid Mohammed want to get in on the excitement.
Well, thank you very much, AZ and Abdurrahman, AB. Well, excellent first 5 overs. A lot of excitements, lots of thrills and spills. And just played towards the 3rd to take a single. And this has been an interesting first 5 overs of the game. A lot of catches and fielding has been really, really impressive by Dynamos. Welcome, Rashid.
Thank you, Abid. Yes, there have been a lot of oohs and ahs. Last over, we saw a couple of catches going down of Basil Hamid. Taimur Ali unable to grab those. At the moment, it's Irfan. coming in to bowl his first over. 5 overs, 23 for 2. Very testing phase, like you mentioned. And Wickham, he's been superb with the ball.
Yeah, even Irfan has become brilliant, terrific bowling. This is from Irfan. The nipping in to the right-hander, making difficult, and that to someone like Basil Hamid. He's very strong when he tries to play on the own side as well. Basil got all the shots in his textbook, but still kept quiet for 8 deliveries. It's a good achievement for Dynamos.
Yeah, they've been bowling well. They've been bowling in the right areas, slightly back of length, and they're not scared to pitch it up to the right-handers. They're getting the ball to swing and seam, which is very encouraging for the fast bowlers. And at the moment, I think Marvels are just playing the waiting game, letting the ball to just lose its shine, lose that swing. Oh, that's a wonderful delivery. Look at the way that swung into the right-hander.
Yeah, there's everything on that delivery. Swing and seam both. That swung and came in. Irfan, despite his bowling the 6th over, but still looks like a fresh bowl. The first over, still able to purchase that sort of a swing and a seam. What a great bowling this has been. And they have clearly put teams Marvels on a back foot at the start of the innings.
Yeah, those 2 wickets going down didn't help either. Oh, meanwhile, this is a shot out of frustration. Has he got it from the middle of the bat? Oh, yes, he has. That's gone all the way for a maximum. That was out of frustration, but I think on that occasion, Basil Hamid has got the better of Irfan.
Yeah, he had to take the charge, break shackles. He came a little forward, dancing a little ahead of the crease to cut down that swing and hits it straight. That was the beauty of that shot. Look at that. Eyes on the ball and puts it away. Not on a perfect place of the bat, but still travelled distance.
So yeah, pressure straight away on the bowler, and he's come out with the wide delivery. Extras piling up here. They've got 148 to defend, so they'll have to be very accurate with the line of length. This is a good batting track as well. If you apply yourselves, you get some purchase. We saw Amar Badami and Osama getting that partnership in the middle. And I think that is where the Marvels really need to target. They need to make sure they get a partnership in.
One thing I particularly understood about this wicket is that you cannot just walk in and start hitting your shots. You need to spend some time in this wicket in terms of understanding the wicket, how it plays, and also to get some runs for yourself. Just an exemplary knock that Asif Khan played. He scored 87 runs, but he took a real while. He scored 1 run out of 9 deliveries. That's how he started. And then in the end, the score was the top scorer of the tournament so far. Meanwhile, just opened the face of the blade, gave it a direction and got a 4 runs. What a lovely hit that is.
A superb shot to end the over. Beautifully done. A touch fuller from Irfan. Placed it perfectly by Rahul Chopra. Power play done and dusted. 6 overs, 35 for the loss of 2. Change the bowling. Spin coming in for the first time. Asif comes into the attack and straight away he's been played towards the offside. They're not taking a chance on going for that double. Good call there from Rahul Chopra.
Yeah, not an easy to play against a spin here. They were waiting for this power play to get done and dusted. 2 wickets for Mohammad Asif so far in this tournament. Yo, big shout that would be, but that is going down the leg side. I think good call by the umpire.
A loud appeal, but that was clearly going down leg. And I think this is a wicket for the batters and the faster bowlers. We saw in the first innings as well, Zubair, Zuhaib and Ayan Afzal not getting all that purchase. They were taken for some runs, and this is where I think the Marvels really need to target the spinners and not let them settle down, because Asif is the kind of bowler who really once he gets settled down, he can be very destructive.
Yeah, very smart batting this is. Just trying to advance as much as he can to negotiate with the turn, not allowing Asif to turn the ball and get the wicket or trap the batter in front. The aim is to trap him in front. And this time he offered a little bit of a width and he tried to play the cut shot. This is where you need to do. This is what you need to do. Create the pressure of dot balls in 20 overs game and the wicket will follow.
Oh, absolutely. And for the Marvels, I think they don't need to take this pressure. They just need to make sure they keep rotating strike, convert the singles into doubles. This is excellent running between the wickets. Pressure on the fielder, and they've managed to pick up 2 very easy runs to end the over. 4 runs coming off that one. 7 done, 39 for the loss of 2. That's how Dynamos were playing after 7 overs. They were 52 for 2. Marvels clearly behind on the runs, 39, but they have lost similar 2 wickets. Irfan to continue. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Wonderful delivery coming into the right-hander. Deceived not only the bowler, the wicket-keeper, but the batter as well. 4 boys, or is it an inside edge?
Now we're just waiting for that signal by the umpire. They are not signaling anything. Yeah, it's 4 given as Rahul Chopra gets the inside edge there. But there was still a big movement. Irfan is getting some serious movement around. If he can just control that swing, again he can get them the match.
Yeah, very good bowling. He's getting that seam movement. Meanwhile, this is a wayward delivery way outside off stump. A lot of width offered there, and Rahul Chopra is always going to come back for the second. He's really quick between the wickets. That is the reason why so many teams want him to be in their lineup, especially if they want to chase a total down. He's very, very smart.
Yeah, he always loves to chase, isn't he? He has his own calculation. Yeah, he carries that calculator in his mind. And how many overs and what runs need to be scored.
Oh, that's a wonderful shot once again, playing it late in the gap. That's running away towards the boundary. It will beat the fielder. That is the second boundary of the over. And this is the kind of over that the Marvels were looking for.
Oh, absolutely, a magic touch from Chopra. He waited for that delivery to get closer to him. And opens the face of the blade a little too late to read the swing. But he got the better result. 4 runs straight into the gap.
That was a wonderful shot. Played it right under his eyes. I think this is where there'll be a lot of pressure on Irfan. These two look very settled now, especially Rahul. Oh, once again, inside edge, and very lucky there. Didn't crash onto the stumps. Well, he's riding his luck here, isn't he, in this over?
Yeah, it's a game for both the team. Well, 50 up meanwhile for Marvels. And the bowlers will bounce back at times. And at times the batter will play as smart. You see both these boundaries really did not have to work hard.
That's way outside off stump. Wayward delivery. Placed it towards the cover point. They'll come back for the second run quite easily. Basil Hamid just placing that. Not in control of that shot.
Yeah, that was in the air as well for a little while. Not a lofted shot, but he just wanted to get more than one, I think. That's why that little push was there.
Well, I think it was slower as well from Irfan. He wanted to play it behind point. But just couldn't get it in the right area. Once again, slower delivery in the slot, but that's been pushed down the ground. Very sensible batting here, and I think that is what is required by these two. They need to have a sensible partnership going for themselves. 8 over done, 53 for the loss of 2. Asif to continue, given away just 4 in his first over. That's a very good delivery, but equally well played by Basil Hamid in the gap. Ronak Panoli cleans it up, will be a single. I think this is what they need to do, keep rotating strike. Don't look for those boundaries unless it's a loose delivery.
I think it's a bit too much for taking single only, where the way Basil is playing. Yeah, he's playing a control shot, but it's in the air. Well, we have seen over the time the slip fielders has been busy in this game, particularly in the second innings.
Yeah, he's brilliant in that region, Osama. He's already taken a catch tonight. He picked up 2 in the first game he played. It's been a very good effort. Some very good bowling coming in from Asif, just slowing it down in the air, and I think that is the difference between how Zuhaib and Ayan were bowling in the first innings. They were trying to bowl a little too quick here on this wicket, but I think Asif has realized that you get more purchase if you loop it in the air and give it a lot of revs.
Yeah, he's so good at playing these sweep shots. But Asif may be wanting the batter to play that sweep shot against him. Meanwhile, they completed 2 runs quite comfortably.
Yeah, I'll be very encouraged with that sweep shot coming out, because it will be obviously against the line of and against the turn as well. Asif left armour turning it away from Rahul Chopra. It's another good delivery. 3 runs have come off this over so far. 1 more delivery to go. This has been a very good over. Very good spell from Asif so far. Once again cut, but straight to the fielder. End of another good over for the Dynamos. 9 done, 56 for the loss of 2. Well, that's what is the equation required for the Marvels. Required run rate of 8.3, currently going at 6.2. They won't mind that. Keep going at 6.2 for another 3-4 overs. Meanwhile, there's a change in the bowling. Young Amar Badami comes into bowl. Starts off with the delivery way outside off stump. That's been cut behind point. They will pick up a couple of runs.
Yeah, a little bit of an extra bounce was there as well, and he's bowling well. The high arm action and slow in the air, that's what you need. But my worry is that both the batters got settled, and someone like Rahul, if he gets settled, he can turn out to be a danger man.
Oh, absolutely. And Amar needs to be very careful. He's a very talented bowler. He's got a lovely action. He gets the ball to turn and bounce as well. Look at that. He's got that extra bit of bounce on that delivery. Excellent work by Samal, I think, behind on at point. Saves a certain boundary there, I would feel. That was hit very fiercely. Looks like it's Osama, or is it? I think it's Samal. Good work.
About the deliveries had the extra bounce in it. Basel need to be careful with that.
Outside edge, and that's a misfield. I think that's Osama on that occasion. Missing out. Won't go all the way, doesn't have the legs. They will pick up 3 runs. Good running between the wickets.
Basel tried to play that cut shot only. That was my concern. Maybe finding the outside edge, and he does. Not timed it perfectly. Still, like he did not carry to that fielder all the way.
Oh yeah, look at that turn, look at that turn. It's beaten everybody there. Is it a wide? We'll just have to wait and see what the decision is from the umpire. No. So it's a no shot offered, so won't be any runs there. Basel is not amused. He's asking the reason behind that decision.
I think it turned a little too much, and Basel is just arguing with the umpire for that wide delivery. Where I don't think so he's arguing for wide, but not so sure what he's arguing all about. If the captain, you just need to...
Well, if there's no shot offered and it hits your leg, that's where you can't take a single. But if it's a bye, it's a bye. Will be a dot ball then. Omar Badami comes in once again. That's a fuller delivery. Played down towards wide, long off. They'll come back for a couple of runs. Good running once again between the wickets. They're replicating what Amar and Osama did in the first innings, and that is what is required of Marvels at the moment. These are two most experienced batters in their lineup. Basil Hamid, the captain. Rahul Chopra, 29 or 25 for him.
I'll tell you the difference is they were 4 wickets down, and these 2 batters are only 2 wickets down. Meanwhile, a lovely shot from Chopra. He chops it off, played it late, and gets the better result. 4 runs.
Yeah, Chopra chops it for a boundary. That was placed really well in the gap, bisecting those 2 fielders. End of over number 10. 67 for the loss of 2, and that'll bring a change in the voices. To take you through, it's going to be Ahmed Khwaja and Abdurrahman.
Thank you very much, Rashid and Abid. The deadly duo. So 81 required of the next 10 overs. Certainly a very doable task. But you do feel that Basil Hamid and Rahul Chopra need to do a lot more than the current platform they have. Welcome back, Abdurrahman.
Thank you so much, Ahmed Khwaja. They do have a lot of batting still to come. Harshit Kaushik can hit the ball hard and high. But Basil, given 2 lives in that 1 over, making it count. Rahul Chopra has looked the more settled of the two. 35 of 28.
Yeah, he's gotten those boundaries off at just the right moments to ease the pressure on this pair. They were in serious trouble. 2 wickets down in the power play. Basil looking to counter-attack the spinners, but Mohammad Asif has done a decent job so far.
Yeah, just a 7 conceded in 2 overs. Bowling really well against Basil Hamid and Rahul Chopra.
Yeah, very steady, very canny bowler. That was a hittable ball, but sticking to his field. And it's not easy when there is one major disadvantage bowling from one end with the shorter boundaries.
Just looking at the bowling options, not a lot left. Amar Badami and Asif will have to do the bulk of the scoring.
This time beats the fielder at point. And with that big offside boundary, you can literally walk for 2. Nicely put away. So they're nearing the halfway mark of this target of 148. So far, seem to be in cruise control. Do the marvels. And it's the Dynamos that need to make something happen here.
Yeah, they are the ones that have lost the first 2 games. Need to put points on the board. Marvels have a win under their belt.
Dribbled away towards the offside chance for a run out. But Samal, I think he's a left-hander. That's why he didn't go for the throw. And I think that proves it.
Absolutely. But even then, you just have to throw. There is a lot of backup behind Asif. And Rahul Chopra was struggling.
Now he's timing the ball sweetly, Basil. Striking the ball well. Another steady over from Mohammad Asif comes to an end. 72 for 2. So the game is building up nicely here. Amar Badami, the young leggy, will continue. Had a great day with the bat. Played a very vital knock of 35. But the team was in dire straits. Can he produce some magic with his wrist spin? This desperately needed. Nicely flighted. And he's quite a tall lad for a leg spinner.
Yeah, he is. Very high arm action. With the bat and the ball as well as special talent. Amar Badami is very young. Can't drive his car yet. Dad's car, I should say. But has a good cover drive.
Couldn't beat the point fielder. He has been peppering that area. Very heavy scoring zone for Rahul Chopra.
And that required run rate, just keep an eye on that. Almost 9 now, even though it's just 2 wickets down for the Marvels. You don't want to leave it too late.
Oh, that's a half tracker pulled away, but couldn't beat the fielder. He'll be frustrated with that one, Rahul Chopra. That was a rank long hop.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on deliveries like that. Rare boundary opportunities there. You can see 8.5. Now all jumped up to 8.7 with that single.
Oh, nicely bowled. That's the perfect length. And yeah, 9 runs per over won't be easy, especially with the way Wickham is bowling. And Omar Dogar, he's hard to get away at the death as well. Squeezed away. Oh, great stop at point. That ball was certainly heading for 4. And this time Samal does well.
Yeah, good fielding. Good fielding. They're switched on, the Dynamos. They are sensing an opportunity here 1 wicket, not easy to walk in and start hitting from ball 1. And some good fielding, a similar catch to the one Wickham took, maybe a run out. That's what they need right now.
Given as a wide there, it was pretty close.
Oh, I love that from Rahul Chopra. Gives the umpire a thumbs up, says, well done, sir.
That's very highly appreciated. Another long hop, couldn't put it away. There is a mid-wicket and square leg posted. So Amar, 4 out of 6 deliveries were pretty decent, but hasn't conceded a boundary. That's what matters. 77 for 2 after 12. So 71 needed of the next 8 overs. Another change in the bowling. And I like this move. Another left arm tweaker, Ronak Panoli, coming into the fray. Hard cut behind point. Well, the deep cover will have to work hard here. Mohammad Asif. And it's an easy 2 for Rahul.
I'll tell you what. If I'm the Marvels right now, I would have thought of taking that power play, getting those 2 fast bowlers overs out of the way and put pressure on Fahad Nawaz to bring in the spinners in the later part of the innings.
Couldn't agree with you more. Nicely bowled there. Good flight and drift there for Ronak. Yeah, that would have really made them think of plan B. That, okay, we have to bring Wickham back right now. We have to bring Dogar back. And Rahul and Basil will be plenty content to just siphon runs off the spinners.
Yeah, at the moment, if Ronak Panoli can get away with the 5-6 run over, that will be a victory for Fahad Nawaz.
Oh, good delivery. Just dropped on Rahul Chopra and then turned. Nicely executed there by Ronak Panoli. He's underrated as a bowler, I would say.
Just took the words out of my mouth. I was just going to say that Ronak Panoli just underused and underrated.
Turn towards the leg side. They're going to look for 2 once more. Good fielding. The fielding effort overall from the Dynamos has been very sharp.
Oh, I expect something to happen here now. Basil Hamid keeping an eye out on that run rate. Just the 3 runs conceded. Even with the 6, they will be below the required run rate. That's the amount of pressure the Marvels are putting on themselves.
Required run rate heading towards 10 per over. Oh, it's a long hop and smacked through the covers. That's gone like a bullet for 4. Easy pickings for Basil Hamid. And spoils a good over from Ronak Panoli. A much needed boundary. 84 for 2 at the end of 13. So the match very intriguingly poised. It's right on a knife edge. And this man on screen holds the key. Rahul Chopra. And excellent innings once again, 43 of 39. After losing the openers early. Well, there's some consultation going on.
Yeah, I think the conversation is about whether they want to take the power play this over or not. Fahad Nawaz with a slight protest saying, I've already set my field. Should have told me earlier.
So they're still insisting, but I believe Fahad Nawaz may have a case here. 64 of 42. Rahul Chopra, couple of hits away from a 50. And Amar Badami into his third. Oh, this has not been connected at all. So perhaps those mind games played by Fahad Nawaz are working.
Now, very lucky Rahul Chopra has not connected that. Probably landed in the hands of that long on fielder. Very good delivery from Amar. He's getting good purchase of the wicket.
Yeah, he has a lovely wrist action. Puts some decent revs on the ball. Good control too. Nice footwork by Basil, but just hasn't been at his fluent best, I would say.
Yeah, and again, just on Amar, even though he's very young, he's a very mature head on his shoulders. I've played a lot of cricket with his dad, another player, Asad Badami, who's very mature in his approach. You can see that rubbing off on young Amar.
That's why I was flabbergasted when he said young leggy sitting next to me. When you're playing with the dads of current UAE cricketers, you realize how truly old you are, Abdurrahman Tariq.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, Asad Badami is probably fitter than Amar Badami at the moment, which makes it even worse.
Yeah, we have such a vibrant domestic cricket scene here in the UAE. In all the Emirates, you will barely find any vacant grounds. Round the clock, round the week. 24/7, 365. Cut away once again. It's a big chase for the deep cover. And he won't be able to stop the two, even though Umar Dogar has a rifle of an arm.
Well, I think that's where the angles need to be looked at. Fahad Nawaz from behind the stumps. You know, Amar Badami is not pitching it up on the off stump. Very difficult to hit the cover drive against him. Umar Dogar should be slightly square.
60 needed of 38. Game is right in the balance. Chopped away again. He has been frustrated a bit. Couldn't hit the gaps. He did hit them earlier in his innings. But as the ball has gotten softer, he's finding the fielders.
And again, I like this from Amar Badami. He's sticking to his strength, getting that bounce from outside off stump. If you can cut me for 4, well, good enough. At least he's not getting hit towards that mid-wicket square leg boundary.
Lofted towards wideish long off. And it will beat the fielder all the way for a maximum.
Well, they're checking, Ahmed Khwaja. They're checking. I think that's gone for 4 and not 6. And I have to question where Hamid Khan was positioned at that point.
Yeah, he was standing much too straight. You're spot on. As a long off fielder to the leg spinner, you need to be wider. Caught in no man's land. And yes, it is a flatty of a maximum. So nicely put away. Releases the pressure. And Hamid Khan is in no man's land. 94 for 2, 54 needed of the last 6 overs. Ronak Panoli continues. Well, pretends to continue in any case.
Now, still no power play. Interesting. Keeping it till the end. Basil Hamid and Rahul Chopra. And with that 6, Rahul crossing that 50 mark. Brilliant knock under pressure. Again, the king of the run chase here in the UAE.
He really is. He has this unbelievable ability in the second innings. Like Abid Ibrahim mentioned, he has a computer going, a supercomputer in fact. And I think he will be a very, very hot pick in the upcoming ILT20 UAE player draft. Nicely bowled once again from Ronak.
Well, if you've followed the ILT20, there are some teams that have that middle order batter as a gap. And not a bad option to have a UAE player in that.
Lofted over extra. Beautiful hands by Basil. Couldn't quite hit the gap. Yeah, I'm thinking immediately the first team that came to mind was the Sharjah Warriors.
Absolutely. And he's also a good wicket keeper, Rahul Chopra.
He certainly is a great prospect, even for the UAE national team. Oh, look at those hands. Beautiful shot. One bounce over the rope for 4.
Oh, he's looking like $1 million. Might get $1 million dirham contract as well. Rahul Chopra on the charge, inside out, over extra cover. Not an easy shot to play against the left arm spinner, but he's executed it perfectly.
Well, there were shades of another world-class wicket-keeper batter in that. Mohammad Rizwan. He loves to play that shot. And Rahul Chopra is in good company. Fabulous strike.
And now he's asking, should I take the power play? And yes, that is the answer. He should, because they are on the charge. A 6 against Ammar Badami's last delivery. And now a 4 against Ronak Panoli. Or is that a 6? Just checking the umpires.
Such good hands. Wonderful. Unlocking the wrists. Such a difficult shot to execute. But he made it look so easy.
The last flurry, I think that required run rate has come down. Yeah, it's almost 9 now. Was hovering around that 10 mark at one stage.
So a bit of a respite for the two batters at the crease as well. It's been a long partnership under very humid conditions. And they have taken them to the doorstep of a win. But still, plenty needs to be done. Take a look at that shot once again. Look at that footwork. Just opening up the offside as well as he shifted to the leg, creating that angle. And then sweet, sweet timing.
Well, the umpire's decision should come in now. It is a 4. One bounce into the fence. And they won't mind that break, as you said, just to gather their senses, have a sip of water, have a quick chat about tactics. When do we take that power play? Who do we target next as a bowler?
Pushed into the mid-wicket region. They're looking for 2. And they'll pick it up very easily. Great running. And the 100 is raised with this sparkling partnership.
Oh, what a brilliant partnership it has been. Basil Hamid just staying at the other end while Rahul Chopra is allowed to express himself. 58 of 45. Champion knock by a champion batter.
Well, now the misfields are also beginning. Perhaps looking a bit deflated, the Dynamos. A very productive over indeed for the Marvels. 102 for 2. 46 required. And to take you through for the final 5 is going to be Abid Ibrahim and Mohammad Rashid.
Thank you, Ahmed Khwaja and Abdur Rahman. Not much difference after 15 overs. In fact, Dynamos had lost 2 more wickets, 104 for them in 15, and Marvels at the moment 102 for 2. 5 overs to go. They still have that batting power play to go. And looks like it's going to be Asif to come in and bowl. He's given away 26 in his 3. 46 required of 30 deliveries for the Marvels. Not a difficult task whatsoever, considering they've got 8 wickets in hand. And 2 set batters out there. Rahul Chopra batting brilliantly on 59 of 46. And they've picked up a couple of runs. This is excellent running between the wickets, Abid.
Yeah, this has been now 61 he moves to. It was of those 2 runs that he added to his tally. It's been an exceptional batting exhibition from both these batters. And I think also Dynamos missed the plot here by keep on bowling with the spinners. They just did not read, I think. They allowed both these batters to settle with one pace.
Absolutely, a spot on there. They didn't try to pick up wickets, rather went to control runs. A very defensive approach, I thought. And this is the reason why these 2 are set out there now. Oh, Basil comes down the track. He's got a hold of that, and that's gone for a huge maximum. That is way out of here. What a great shot that is from the blade of the captain.
Beautiful shot. He's got that style, that swag in his shots, which speaks a volume here. Sweet connection. What a beautiful shot. Dancing down the track, and up she goes. Beautiful hit. The ball is talking to the skies.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful, high and handsome. Just like how Basil Hamid is. Very handsome there. Owning that red helmet. He's got a brilliant physique as well, very fit. He puts in a lot of hard work in the nets. And that is paying off tonight. 37 of 34. Nelson on the board after 15.3.
I think he's a perfect all-rounder for the team UAE they have found in Basil Hamid. It's very hard to replace him. If he's not performing with the bat, he will come up with the ball. Or if he's not doing both, then he'll at least contribute with his fielding. Mind you, 96 games, Jonty Rhodes played without making 100.
So there you go. That tells you how important the fielder is in the side. Meanwhile, this has been a good comeback. A very intelligent, smart batting by these two. They're coming back for the second. The runs have been coming in quite nicely in the last few overs. 35 required of 25 deliveries now. 113 on the board.
Yeah, things are pretty easy here now for the team. Marvels the way these two have taken the game further with an exceptional partnership. The partnership is just ballooning up.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful partnership. Very fruitful. Well, this is played straight to the fielder. No chance of a run. So dot ball to end the over. Asif will complete his quota 4. I'm not sure if he'll come back to bowl the 5th over. 16 done, 113 for the loss of 2. 35 required of the last 4. Well, it's the batting, floating power play rather. 2 overs going for the batting side. 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle with 35 runs required of 24. I think this is where you need some smart batting to come in between Rahul and Basil. They don't need to do anything extraordinary. They have set a very good foundation here to make a good finish. Meanwhile, for Dynamos, I think this is the opportunity to pick up some wickets. And they need at least 2 or 3 wickets in this power play overs.
Well, indeed, it's required that they pick up wicket. The game has got a wave of their hand until Omar does some magic.
Oh, wayward delivery on the pads, and that's been clipped towards the onside. Long chase for the fielder there. Samal Udawata does well, and they're coming back for the third. This is excellent running between the wickets.
I think the edge over Dynamos Marvels have is just because of their running between the wicket has been better than Dynamos. They put the pressure because of that running between the wicket. They keep on pressurizing them. Look at that. This is flick, not the glance shot. But that almost went to the boundary. We are maybe checking for that boundary. Yeah, no, we're checking with the running between the wicket. Look at Basil, how he's pushing his partner.
Yeah, we were praising Amar and Osama for some good running in the first innings, but they've bettered that, Basil Hamid and Rahul Chopra. He's picked up a single now, so 4 runs coming off the first 2 deliveries. And that equation is coming down quite nicely for the Marvels. 31 of 22. 1 big over, and that'll probably come down to run a ball. With the power play going on, that is the perfect opportunity for these two. But they don't need to take any risk. They can't afford to lose a wicket here.
And they should not. To make games smooth, they should stick with it. Outside off, and he premeditated shot. I don't think so. That is the need here from Chopra.
He's eyeing that onside field. There's big gaps there, so they're relying on those couple of runs probably. He wanted to play it a lot finer than that. But this is still a wonderful batting display by these two. This is how a chase needs to be calculated. They've adjusted themselves really well here.
I tell you what, I can sense Rahul might be going for the big shots. Makes room, heaves it on the onside. That's gone straight into the pouch. Samal takes that catch and Umar celebrates. It's a big wicket. The wicket you were asking. Basil Hamid shy of 10 runs of his 50, but he played a wonderful knock.
Well, I think they've lost a wicket at the wrong time. That was a very, very good delivery from Umar, slowing it down, pitching it at the halfway mark, and Basil wasn't in control, and an excellent catch taken by Samal. That is a wonderful wicket, and there comes the thigh 5. Nonetheless, a good innings from the captain. 40 of 39, 2 maximums and a boundary in that innings. Tells you how much the running has been between the wickets. 16.4 done, 118 for 3. New man in is Harshit Kaushik. Perfect opportunity for him. Doesn't take too many deliveries to get going.
I think, Rashid, it was Rahul Chopra who should have gone for the big shot, not Basil Hamid, who was anchoring the inning. It was very important for Basil to stick around as the captain. Should have taken more responsibility rather than getting teased with that slower one.
Well, I thought no one should have taken a risk here. All they had to do was play out. The runs were flowing in. They were looking very good out there. The running was superb between the wickets. But meanwhile, Umar Dogar, first delivery, he's bowling to Harshit Kaushik. That's a wide delivery way outside off stump. So the runs, like I mentioned, are coming in. 6 runs off the over so far in just 4 deliveries. And that is what they require at the moment. 7-8 runs in over.
I don't know why, but what I think is it's always safe to bowl that Yorker to the new man. Yeah, that's what you need to do when the batter is new. And maybe if you just want, because I don't think so they'll be able to defend this, contain these runs right till the end if they bowl around 3 more overs from here. All they need to do is attack, maybe bring that slip in for the new batter, create the pressure, maybe take another wicket. So just get something out of the game here. One extraordinary catch or maybe a wicket might bring you back into the game.
Well, they've already got a sniff here. They've picked up a wicket in this over. So they've got that opening they were looking for. It's just about applying themselves. Meanwhile, down the leg side will be another wide. So the extras have been piling up in this innings for Umar Dogar. Not a very good delivery. He's got them under pressure. Can't afford to let them lose here.
Yeah, they just need to stick around. Don't play any rash shot. Just get the game in hand. They have control completely in this game. They should stick with the regular activities. Just try to rotate the strike. They were doing so fine when they were converting ones into twos.
Short delivery outside off stump, and that's been picked really well by Rahul Chopra. Gets it from the middle of the bat over that point region and gets a boundary to end the over. That is a very, very good shot, and that will take away all the pressure that was built after picking up that wicket of Basil in that over. 17 overs done, 125 for 3, 23 required in the last 3 for the Marvels. Vikram Sanjay will be bowling the second power play over, his fourth of the day. What a spell he's bowled. Short delivery, that's been played towards square leg. Fielder comes there, Samal Rudabatta, but just falls short of him. That's a good start by Vikram, enticing Harshit to go for that big shot towards the longer part of the ground.
Vikram getting that whole sort of experience that he brings with him. Maybe he's the man who can get them something here. As you mentioned, they can already, Marvels can sniff the victory. They're just at the door. All they need to do is just take this game until the last ball and finish it off.
Till the time this man is out there, I think it'll be an easy chase for Marvels. Vikram needs to be very careful. He can't afford to bowl that short delivery to Rahul, who's got the shorter part of the ground towards the onside, and he favors that shot really well. Fuller delivery outside off stump. There's an appeal there, but still some movement for Vikram.
Yes, a movement in the air. Superb bowling this is from Vikram. Vikram stands different than the others, and I'm sure that he'll be that super bowler to bowl that fifth over. He's given only 11 out of this 3.2 and picked up a wicket as well. If the other bowlers would have contributed just a little bit, I think the result would have been changed now.
Oh, absolutely, you needed somebody to bowl out of the schemes. Meanwhile, outside edge, lucky shot for Rahul Chopra. He wouldn't mind those, but that'll be 4 runs.
Well, as a fast bowler, you really cannot do anything about that. Yeah, you just put on the pace. You make some movement as well. That was out swinger. Rahul just closed his eye and went for that shot. He aimed it towards the mid-wicket. Rose the edge and got 4 runs. Lucky boundary for Marvels here. That boundary takes Rahul on to 74 of 53. This is phenomenal knock from him.
It has been a fantastic knock. So he was eyeing that vacant mid-wicket area, but he was slightly slow on that shot, late on that shot. Full toss, and Rahul has missed out on a full toss. Can you believe it? Sometimes you get the best of the deliveries and you hit them for boundaries, and sometimes those loose deliveries don't give you any runs whatsoever.
It's simple as that. Sometimes these good deliveries, you get them out of the line. Sometimes these bad deliveries get you out.
Yeah, look at how focused Rahul Chopra is. He's talking to himself, just keeping that focus going, and that's what you need. 18 of 14 required. 2 more deliveries in this over. Oh, that's a wonderful delivery. Right in the block hole. Dug out well by Rahul, and they will complete a run. But that was a wonderful delivery by Wickham.
Yeah, he's a really talented Rahul Chopra. I wonder if he can... He's very consistent when it comes to chasing. If you send him up to the order and it's a first innings, you won't see Rahul Chopra, the one you're seeing now.
Oh, he's a different beast altogether when you're chasing down runs. What a talented player he is. Meanwhile, last delivery of the over coming up. Full toss, and that's been played well by Harshit Kaushik. That is running away towards the boundary, and that will be a boundary to end the over. That is a fantastic shot under pressure. Much needed boundary coming in for the Marvels, and ends the power play with a flourish. 18 done, 135 for the loss of 3. 13 required of the last 12 deliveries. Umar to bowl the penultimate over. Starts off with a delivery just outside the reach of the fielder at extra cover. That is running away towards the boundary. That's a superb shot. Didn't try to keep it along the carpet. Was intentionally played in the air and away from the fielder. And that is a much needed boundary. That is a pressure relieving boundary coming in from the blade of Rahul Chopra.
Yeah, a little bit of a risk here, but sparkling shot gets him to 79. Now it's the matter of 2 hits.
9 runs required of 11 deliveries now. Slower delivery outside off stump has been played in the gap. They will pick up a single. And this is excellent batting. This is superb batting from Rahul Chopra. He's calculated this innings so well. This has been one of the finest knocks I've seen played by this man.
Perfect example how to chase runs. 148 wasn't a small total by any mean in this surface. Mind you, this is Gabba replica, which is slightly difficult to bat on. Difficult situation, but he turned out to be heroic. Slow tennis ball bouncer there from Umar Dugar. He's known for these kind of bouncers. He loves to bowl these deliveries.
Yeah, that's a good delivery. And you're talking about how those 148 runs looked a lot more than what they were, especially because the way the Dynamos started the innings with the ball, Vikram Sanjay was superb. Gave away just 10 runs in his 3 overs at the top and picked up a wicket as well. Those early wickets really pushed Marvels to the back foot, but these two have come to their rescue like true rescue rangers. Well, what a shot this is from Harshit Kaushik in the gap, and that'll run away for another boundary. That's a superbly timed shot coming in from the blade of Harshit Kaushik. He's known for those kind of shots, and he's producing them at the right time.
And not a good idea if you're bowling outside off, giving a lot of width and you don't have a deep point or no fielder placing there. There was bound to bowl travel. You need to have a plan before you bowl where you're aiming it.
5 runs required. Slower delivery, very sensibly played there by Harshit. Just placing it towards the offside, and he'll pick up a single. Now 1 hit away. 4 runs required, 7 deliveries to go. And deservedly, I think it's Rahul Chopra on strike. He should probably play the winning shot. He deserves that. He's been in fabulous touch today.
I think if scoring 80 runs or above in this surface is indeed an achievement. The only man to do was Asif Khan. Scored 87 the other day.
Short delivery, slower in the air as well. Placed it in the gap. They're coming back for the second. This is excellent running between the wickets. Superb running between the wickets. Those 2 runs will end the penultimate over. 1 more over to go. A single required of the last over. Last over coming up. It's going to be Vikram to bowl that last over. He'll be the super bowler for the innings. And only 1 run required for Marvels. What a great calculated run chase this has been. That partnership between Basil Hamid and Rahul Chopra will be remembered for a very long time. It was placed superbly well. Meanwhile, what a shot to end the innings. What a shot to chase these down. Beautiful shot. Timing superb from Harshit Kaushik. Getting 4 runs and winning this game quite comfortably at the end with 7 wickets in hand.
Yeah, it's completely a perfect shot to play. Winning shot onto the back foot. Waited for that ball. And lovely hitting that is. That is gone. And so has Dynamos has tested the defeat here. Marvels played a little bit better. In terms of running between the wicket has been something which makes them different amongst this Dynamos. What we have seen, the partnership, how crucial it was. In the game, we saw one partnership from Dynamos where Hassan and Amar Badami had a partnership, but this was a lot better than the comparatively to to Dynamos, where Rahul Chopra, along with his captain Basil Hamid, they really scored good number of runs in that partnership, over the 100-run partnership, which has literally took the game away from the Dynamos. What a great display of batting this has been from Rahul Chopra. Unbeaten, that's more quality we call in the batting. While chasing, you remain unbeaten. You make sure you take your team over the line. Scored 82 of 58 deliveries and equally played well. Basil Hamid for his 40, almost a runner ball knock for him. The rest, Harshit, was quite easy. There was no pressure whatsoever. He came in, hit a few boundaries and took his team over the line.
Yeah, very dominating performance coming in from the Marvels. Let's have a look at the bowling lineup for the Dynamos. A couple of wickets going for Umar Dogar. He was the pick of the bowlers in terms of wickets, but in terms of economy, I think it was Asif, 4 overs, 23 runs for him, wasn't among the wickets, and I think the spinners haven't been able to make an impact on this surface. Vikram Sanjaya was superb. Picked up a wicket, gave away just 24 runs. The rest of our bowlers pretty ordinary. Irfan 27 in his 2. Amar Badami looked good for his 3 overs, 26 runs. Ronak came in to bowl a couple of overs, gave away 15 runs. But at the end, I think it was a dominating performance coming in from the Marvels. That partnership between Basil Hamid and Rahul Chopra, that is what was the difference between the two teams. I think it's back to the drawing board for the Dynamos to make sure they come back strong in the next game. Let's have a look at the highlights of how this run chase panned out for the Marvels. They started well. Mayank hit that first maximum and I thought he was looking very decent. Ashwin Waltabai considered himself very unlucky, but what a catch that was from Wickham. Another good catch by Osama, and that is where I think the Dynamos lost the plot. They didn't try to pick up wickets, just went with the flow and let Basil Hamid and Rahul Chopra settle down.
I think they did some smart batting there. They was using the crease pretty well. Coming down the track or camping back on the back foot. They did lovely work, and the more importantly, we've been talking about running between the wicket. Even they were not finding boundaries at regular intervals, but the running between the wicket kept them without pressure. They was scoring runs and choosing those bad ones to put it away. Asif bowled well. He was the only economical bowler, but I think it was one pace which let both the batters settle. This is where Basil Hamid got dismissed, and since then, when Rahul made sure that he takes his team over the line by the help of Harshit Koshik at the other end.
Yeah, both of them were superb. That was a very good shot by Harshit, releasing all the pressure. And Rahul Chopra, well, he was being superb throughout. That's the last shot then, winning the game for Marvels and making sure that they get those points in quite comfortably at the end. What a dominating performance, clinical performance by the Marvels. That's the match summary then. Match number 7, Dynamos getting to 147 for 7 in their 20 overs. Amar and Osama getting into their 30s. Hamid was great at the top of the innings. I think that is where the difference came in for Dynamos. 38 runs for Danish in his 5 overs, picked up 3 wickets, 2 wickets for Taimur and a wicket for Ayan. While chasing this down, Marvels chased it in 19.1 overs with 7 wickets in hand. But what a performance it was with the bat by Rahul Chopra. 82 not out, 40 for Basil, 15 unbeaten for Harshit. Umar picking up 2 wickets and Vikram getting a wicket as well. Well, that is the end of match number 7, and the breaking news is Mar will win this game by 7 wickets. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's head down to the sidelines where we've got Ahmed Khwaja with the post-match presentation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 7 of the ILT20 Development Tournament. It was the match between the ILT20 Dynamos and the Marvels. It was Marvels who won the toss, and they have elected to bowl first. It was a target of 148 for the men in sky blue, and in the end they won handsomely with 7 wickets to spare and plenty of time to spare as well. Plenty of outstanding performances, but we are here to give the player of the match medallion that will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee, and that goes to the one and only, the run chase specialist, Rahul Chopra, for his innings of 82 not out, of just 58 deliveries, 8 boundaries and 2 maximums in that. राहुल चोपड़ा, जहां रन चेस का वक्त आए तो एक ही नाम हमेशा खड़ा होता है, राहुल रघुबीर चोपड़ा.
नहीं, ऐसी बात नहीं है, क्योंकि मेरा थोड़ा सा ये रहता है कि एंड तक लेके जाना है मैच. तो विकेट इतना आसान नहीं था, तो बस खेलते रहो, जो बैट सेट हो जाता है तो आसान हो जाता है। रनिंग बिटवीन द विकेट जैसे बासिल और मेरी हुई तो प्रेशर नहीं आया कि बाउंड्री नहीं आ रही थी, तो बीच में गंदे बॉल मिल रहे थे तो बाउंड्री आके सब रिलीज़ हो जा रहा था।
और अब बैक टू बैक 2 मैचेस जीत गए हैं, टेबल में पोजीशन थोड़ी बेहतर हो गई है, लेकिन अभी भी बहुत टफ मुकाबले आने वाले हैं।
नहीं, हमारी टीम अच्छा कर रही है, तो अगर ऐसे ही कॉम्बिनेशन बनता रहा तो हम सारे मैच जीत सकते हैं।
क्या बात है। और ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच आप किसके नाम करना चाहेंगे?
मैं करूँगा कि अपने दोस्तों के नाम, जो ऑफ सीजन हमने जो प्रैक्टिस करी है मिलके, सब ने टाइम स्पेंड करा है, तो उनके नाम करूँगा।
क्या बात है, वेरी वेल प्लेड राहुल।
थैंक यू सर।
Well, that's a lovely Rahul Raghuveer Chopra dedicating his Player of the Match award to his teammates, to his friends off the field as well. Well, that's all from the post-match presentation for now, but stay tuned. We have another match coming up. It's the Blitzers taking on the Pearls.